A mic check, 1, 2, troubles in the room. We hit record and the vibes go warm. One says deep thoughts, the other says no. Now we're arguing if cats can and low. We spill the tea, we spill the wine. Had the stories of yours and half of mine. We laugh and cry, we overshare too long. Podcast every now, just double the crutch. Double Trouble Live, with twice the mess. Double Trouble Live, no stress, just yes. We got hot takes, bad breaks, and zero seal. Double Trouble Live, coming at you for the thrill. Oh yeah, Double Trouble Live.
Welcome to a post-Derby Saturday Double Trouble live show. I am one half of the trouble, and I'm joined by the other half of the trouble, Ciaran Thornton. Ciaran, how are you?
Good. I mean, I'm the other half who didn't understand what your show preview was today with Van Halen. I was like, what the heck is he talking about?
You know, I figured if the industry doesn't understand us, I might as well just have nobody understand us. So
Yeah.
I'm just doing things for myself.
Sounds like a plan.
To entertain myself. Yeah, I knew it was a little esoteric, but I was really tired from all the hard work, and all the grief that we get for being a little bit of trouble, little wiseacres here. So I was just feeling a little froggy, and I just thought, well, it's the Senorita, last race of the day. It's the pay leg. It's down the hill. We love the down the hill races.
Yeah, we do.
Full fields, good opportunities. And I was trying to think of a theme around Senorita, and all I kept coming back to Van Halen's song, Little Guitars, starts off, Senorita, I'm in trouble again, and I can't get free.
Before we scare away our few viewers,
Senorita.
big upset in the race just before, Frank. We had a 19-1 horse win, and it was those 6 horses in the field, Frank. The highest paying of the others was 64, and then 219 for the pick 3 for the 6. So the robots are going to be looking to make some money back.
Oh, that's good for us.
Yeah, I mean If I was to say that knocked a lot of tickets out of the pick 6. I think that was the first leg of the pick 6. So we might see some money rolling in here.
You mean no one out there had this Tuesday night? There's no winners given out 2-3 days ago?
No comment though.
Ooh, it's going to be a good show today. Welcome, Double Trouble Live, DTL Crew. We can't thank you guys enough for all the support. We had a great last weekend. We got the Preakness coming up next weekend, but and Mother's Day tomorrow. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Got to make some money today.
Yes, got to pay for these insane Mother's Day brunches that these restaurants charge. I mean, when I saw what we paid, I was like, what is there, gold leaf on it? Are we getting lobster and caviar? No, it's waffles and scrambled eggs for a gazillion bucks. But hey,
well, like our takeaway song, it's we got to do well today so we can have a yacht by Monday. Enough to pay for the Mother's Day brunch.
All right, let's get rolling. Let's see. So what I thought this was an interesting sequence. There was a lot of ways you could go about it. I ended up kind of keeping my tickets, well, I wouldn't say on the low end, but lower than what I've seen. But that's going to give me the ability to pivot later if I have to. But
right.
This is how I did my altar, Frank. I kind of tried on my tickets today to do a tight spread and then spread tight type of thing. So
Sure.
Even in those legs, though, look like the chalks are pretty dominant. But I thought I would give it a whirl, and that's what I came up with.
We've had actually very good success with that kind of strategy because, look, we do 4 races on the show, and there is a chance that all 4 favorites could win, but Doesn't happen that often. So if you have the right favorite with the right long shot, or vice versa, whatever, we've seen some amazing payouts here. Without getting into details, though, like unlike other places that have these low takeout wagers, Santa Anita is the king of the overlay. It's just unbelievable value that we have here. So looking at your alternative real quick, and I see 1-4, and that's exactly what I'm about. And then I see on your spread, you have 1, 4, 5, 3, 7. Funny, I'm going to use the 2, 3. On my backup, I'm going to use the 2, 3, and 5. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you are 1, 4, 5, 7, 3. So you don't have my 2, and I don't have a couple of yours.
Well, I actually, we've been playing around, and I kind of told you how we were doing something like been messing around with AI and having it combine our tickets. I mean, I'm gonna add it here, Frank, in the comments, and then I'm gonna do a banner as well for the crew.
Well, why don't you explain to the audience what you're talking about? Because Ciaran ran this idea by me a couple of days ago, and I was like, "This is awesome."
We handicap great. I think we between the two of us, we always have the winners. But sometimes the way we do our spread tickets, I'm 2 out of 3, and I miss on a leg that you hit on, and you miss on a leg that I hit on. So I was trying to figure out how we could get combination tickets and just feeding it through AI. And I came up with a couple of, so I have one where we put it up here.
Pretty soon, we're just going to have AI Mark Gelding do the show, and AI make all the bets and plays. And we can just sit back on the couch and just chill out.
So there was one where I'm a lot easier for me. It's going to cost you a little bit more for me to cover the horses. That's why I brought it up when you said I don't have the 2 in your first leg, but I had similar horses in the other. So it's $9 for me to use the horses you don't have. So, if you hit, I hit on that ticket. And then for you to hit with mine would cost you $36. And then the caveman of caveman, using all our picks, that we don't have, $882. But what's crazy is,
so we're that different in the sequence that it would cost that much to use all of our horses that we put in our bets. That's interesting.
But it's paid a lot more. I mean, Monmouth had their pick 3 today, Frank, 46. Yeah. I don't think we've seen as low here. I mean, we're
pick 3 paid $46. The $3
46 for the pick 3. Yeah. So I mean, people don't realize
what was like 3 odds-on shots in a row. That'd be bad.
Here they seem to pay a little bit more. The pick 3s just pay a lot more here at Santa Anita. I don't know what it is, but that's what we're looking at.
So, we're going to start monitoring this. We're going to put out what Ciaran has here. Look, we're not insane. We're not going to play an $882 AI alternative pick 3. And we do not suggest you do it. But the point is we're trying to look for edges and different ways that we can use this community and this platform and all the information and knowledge we share to, maybe build a better ticket. Because to Ciaran's point, there's some instances where we'll have the same horses, but on we'll between all of us, we'll have the horses, but not necessarily on the same tickets. Or even we talked about the other day, Ciaran, when I had that nice hit, you had all the horses that I had. You just had them on different tickets, so you didn't connect. I happened to connect that day, but AI can kind of like fill in the holes to create to at least give us a ticket structure that puts everything together, and then it'd be up to us if we want to.
This is just very basic. We're going to modify it. I just was throwing it out there as an idea. Maybe there won't be anything that comes of it, but as we always say, if you're not trying to learn something new or find a new edge in horse racing, you're going to get left behind. So this is just something I was playing around with, see if I can come up with something.
Ciaran is very creative, and he's constantly throwing ideas at me, and I'm constantly shooting him down. Not this one. I really like this one.
But I know, anyway, we should jump in here and just go through. I kind of thought it was a 2-horse race between the 4 and the 1. If you were forced just to go really skinny
in
on
that
this
order,
one.
right? The 4.
I did 1 over 4. I mean, I thought,
okay.
Well, it was just that Edwin's riding for Hansen, and he's just ice cold, 7%. Top speed in here, but very unreliable is what my notes were, and does cut back. So, I mean, I get why it's 3-2, but then I just thought, Baby Needs Shoes, fresher for Miller or 2 for 6. Cuts back from a route after fading last out, so I thought the distance could be really good. And Miller's, before you would just auto toss period, but it would be easier to toss him on turf, but not anymore. He started getting out of his losing streak by winning on turf of all things. So I was like, oh, okay. So
I
ended up going
don't know if you noticed, this horse was on the AE list for yesterday in one of the races. So the horse's name is Baby Needs Shoes. And yesterday when the horse was entered, the jockey was Ricky Gonzalez. And I was, if there isn't a more appropriate fit for jockey and horse than this, newborn at home, baby needs shoes. Yes, baby needs shoes. I just thought that would have been the coolest thing if this horse had won with Ricky up. But, enters in here, it doesn't get in, is here back with Freysu, who rode the horse last time. I actually, my top pick is the 4, but I think the 1 has a very, 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 very close second. But if you look at the Will Pays, Ciaran, the 2 is a dominant. The 4 is a dominant favorite in all of the pools.
It was not, because I was looking before we came on, Frank, and it was not as dominant. It was really a coin flip between 1 and 4, not a whole lot, and 3 was also in the mix as well when I was looking, into this race.
Yeah, look at it now though. The late money must have flooded in at the last minute because
I just went back and looked. Yeah, the late money just pounded that 4. Yes,
and look all across the board. Like it's not even close. And I'm actually surprised that the 1 and the 3 is actually more bet than the 1.
Yeah,
I'm shocked at that.
I mean, the lowest. I mean, look at the pick 5 payouts. 855 seems very, very light for this pick 5. I know there was some chalks earlier, but it's 855, and then we jump up.
But that's for
1,700 for the 3 and 2,700 for the 1. Wow!
And look, the second choice is a pretty strong 1,700 for the 3. So the 1 is kind of dead. And when you see Peter Miller horses not get bet, that is pretty telling. I mean, that horse is dead in the multis. But it's almost like the CAWs think the 4 can't lose, which 4 is now 9-5. I mean, based on if the Will Pays are indicative of the final off odds, Midnight Cowgirl should be like 3-5. I mean, based on that.
And even looking into the next leg, Frank, the 5, if you were forced to single that Jaramillo Miotti horse, Krista McAuliffe in the next race, the 5, the 4 into the 5, $11 for the. Oh wait, hang on, let me pull up here. The 4 into the 5, $11. 4 into the 6, $12. So they're saying it's between 5 and 6 in the next leg.
Okay, and then
I actually did like the 1, the Andy Mathis horse. I know they had an article on it, and Andy kind of talked it down, saying,
needs 2 turns,
the race, blah blah blah
yeah.
blah blah.
Yeah, right.
Wins
by 10 lengths.
Yeah. He's like, damn it!
I've seen this movie before.
Yeah, they're interviewing for me. I got to kind of sandbag it a little. I want our owners to get a good price. So I was like, yeah. I mean, I didn't even use the 6. I went 5-1. Was my picks for that next leg. Not that I do the pick 4, but that's how I would have been doing it in the pick 4. I didn't even use the 6. That's looking like it's the second choice with this 4 here.
The 1 you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's a first-time starter who is, I think, probably 4th choice on the morning line. So that horse is very alive. Just real quick, I like to say this because we cannot do the show without the DTL crew, and your audience participation means everything to us. We will get to all of the comments after this race. This is business time. The next race is kind of a dead race. We'll have a lot of time to talk about all different things, and we will welcome everyone, in the live chat and answer any questions that you all might have. But yeah, if you look here I'm 4-1, and then my backup is 2-3-5, and then in the middle I'm 3-8-5. The 5 is a long shot, so I'm not using the 5 on my backup ticket, my B ticket. I'm using my A's, and then I'm 6-5-10, and same thing. I like the 10 the least and the last, so tight there 6-5. what do you have in those second and third legs?
I
Now we're talking about
really-
the all turf, so this is races 5, 7.
So race
and
7, I thought if I had to single, it was 8, which is race 7. Let me go. Sabretooth, the fresh shoe Yakteen horse.
That was
second
one of my
off the layoff.
A's.
But I did say it was beatable. My second choice in there was the 7, Creative Om, Ken for Aggie.
Aggie from
Or-
Turf
and,
Paradise.
And she had a big long shot winner, ships in for Turf Paradise. We said we're starting to see a lot of these horses, so
Yeah.
we don't know how they're going to be. Now, we are seeing a lot more SoCal horses go there and come back and whatnot. So, I mean, the level, it's not like auto toss like they used to be back in the
No,
day.
definitely not. Definitely
So,
not.
I mean, you kind of got to look at it. But, I mean, I've got a very spready ticket, and I got the tight ticket. But I really like the debut horse, the Glad horse, the one in the very last leg.
The first time US.
Yeah.
The Bella
Lira.
down the hill, the one hole.
I mean, I'm going to read my notes, which I had to look again, but Glatt debut horse ships in from the UK. Glatt, as we know, 29% shipping to the US, 23% off the bench, 31% first time starter. You know, like he's not a guy who waits and sees. When they're racing, they're ready.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What
He's
jumped out at me, Frank, the rail is winning 32%.
Well, yeah, ever since we poo-pooed it, and one of our guys on here had a D-Wayne Baker horse breaking from the rail that you and I were both. I was just like X, and you were like nope, and that horse won. And ever since then, we were like, well, if that horse can win from the rail, we have to absolutely consider it. I just always think it's hard for the European horses
I agree,
to come over here and navigate that tricky course for the first time. So,
but I mean, Glatt
it's
is
a good horse.
debuting this horse with one work off the boat in a grade 3 down the hill. You know, I mean, that has to speak some volumes of what he thinks of this horse, you know, and what the owners think of the horse. So,
there
and
were
then
some quotes.
it wasn't they were quality races in the UK. Like, you know, I mean,
It was a Group 3, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the real deal horse. Now, of course, we've seen that a lot of times where they do need one, and the hill is really hard to, you know, as you said.
Yeah.
But I'm glad is just on fire. And if he thinks this horse is ready and the class level, you know, as we said, if there's a spot you can win from on the hill, class will show itself. And this horse looks on paper like it's going to be all class.
Yeah. I forget who in the Racing Forum wrote about that race. It was probably Brad Free. And Mark Latz said very, very nice things about this horse. So I agree with you. I think there is some class here. I liked others a little bit more just based on post positions and, you know, a little bit of form in that race. The other horse that I just want to put on the radar that also had good things, the trainer had good things to say about, was that Marjoram, the Michael McCarthy horse.
Yeah.
He thinks that's a Judmont horse. And he made a point to say and I was like, Judmont out here? He said Judmont is finally starting to dip their toe back into California racing. I've got a lot of really nice Judmont ones. He said something like super, super positive, and then he said, well, maybe I should just say like, I'm excited to see her run or something like that. He thinks she's a stakes horse. So I just wanted to put that on the radar because that horse is 10-1 on the morning line.
Well, I have that on a ticket. And I mean, I wrote stumbled badly on the dirt crossing last out when it was the favorite. So people thought a lot of this horse last out. Absolutely, a long shot ticket is what I said, but we may get to the point when we see the will pays that it's not as long shotty as we think it might be.
No, I think you're absolutely right about that. And the other thing is, if you look at that race, we're talking about the nightcap. Doug O'Neill has a horse who on paper who looks like a pretty strong favorite. And I said to myself, if this were a month ago,
yes,
single, because O'Neill was on fire.
He's cooled. Big
2
time.
for 42 or something now. So at like 8-5, vulnerable, very, very vulnerable in that race. So this is a really good sequence. I know this race, you know, if the one of the 4 wins, you're probably thinking, oh, it's not that exciting. But the middle leg and the last leg are very, very competitive.
Like Phil has 2 horses in the last leg, Frank, that I do have on a long shot ticket. You got The
I
8,
like one of them. I
you
like
got
the other
8
one.
Freeman. First start
Yeah.
since October, a grade 3. I said likely a prep race, but you can't toss any fill horse, especially with
That's true.
this jockey on it. And then the 10, yours sincerely, sharp work, 2 back. I said slower than the others in here. It was money. How do you toss that one as well, especially out there?
Well,
On the
great post, and that horse
Yeah.
has sprint form. And again, same thing in that race. D'Amato said you actually read the form very well. D'Amato said the 8 probably needs one, wants to go longer. His other one, the 10, in it to win it, like absolutely ready to run a big race. So that is a really, really good pay leg, and that is also part of the late pick 3 and the late
We'll
double.
put it like this, Frank. On my pick, one of my pick 3 tickets, I'm doing spread in the first leg, single. Then I'm doing single, spread, 1 and 5 in the last. But then I've got a single 8, single 6, and all because it is the
Oh,
hill.
really?
Yeah. So I mean, one of my pick 3 tickets.
That's interesting.
And I mean, if you look,
I think there are some horses in that race that probably can't win, but they're young fillies and they could step up at any time. And the ones that are in form could go out of form anytime. So it's not the craziest thing in the world, but I'd be shocked if it wasn't one
what
of
I was
the.
thinking. It's that third ticket there, 8, 6, and
Sure.
it's the same. Here's my. I'm going 1-4 here. I'm singling with the 8 in the middle leg on the all turf, and then wham bam, thank you, ma'am. If there's chaos, away we go.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll get alive with a couple of tickets, but I do have spread cover, just the way I approached it.
I think that's we've seen that strategy work before. Let's look at the tote again. 3 minutes to post. Yeah, the 1 is just ice cold, and
Shocking,
in my opinion, for no reason.
Yeah, I don't
like
get
this horse
why
should be. I thought the 5-2 morning line was pretty accurate.
I did too. I'm kind of shocked, to be honest. But again, we also got to think. I don't know what the pool was for the pick 6, but they got knocked out. That cost them money, and the way we can tell that is by how much the pick 3 paid. So they need to hit this multiple times to get their money back, is what it looks like. But
yeah,
on a side note, if you can beat the horse, you're going to get paid going forward.
Well, yeah, I mean, but based on the action the 4 is taking in all of the pools, that's a pretty strong play for the sophisticated, now even money. Yeah, I'm like, I won't be. I said I predicted 3 to 5, maybe not that short, but look, odds on, even money about to go odds on, because the 1 is dead. The 3 took some money in the will pays, but I'm like not enough to make me think that they're scared. They're worried about losing with the 4. We don't know anything about the 5, a first-time starter for Jeff Mullins. I mean, he continues to win. He is not slowed up. We've seen like Doug O'Neill was super, super hot. Now he's cooled off a little bit. Barn ran through the conditions, got to regroup a little bit. Mullins has showed no signs of slowing down.
I mean, for that one, I just said
first-time starter.
Yeah, Mullins winning 28% and is profitable at 16% first-time starter. So it's not like, I mean, we talk about it all the time on the show. It's one thing when you have decent stats. Well, really, what the number you got to look at, are they profitable on that stat?
Yeah,
and when Mullins does this, he's profitable. So if you bet him first-time starter, you're going to come out with a profit over the long run.
So I'm going to look at that horse in the
number 7, Frank, is a crazy price. Magic Carpet Ride, Bays for Nap. He's 38% second-time grass for a huge profit. So that number 7, Magic Carpet, if things fall apart in this race, that's like a long shot price for trainer stats. Like he does well when he places them type of race.
Yeah, the 7's dead in the multis. The 5 took a little bit of money in the multis, but still, nothing compared to the 4. Yeah, I mean, it appears to be a one-horse race, and if it's not the one, it's only 2 of the others. But they're at the gate, so good luck, everybody. We'll get to catch up after this race, but let's all get out alive, and we'll see you in a bit. They bet the horse like he couldn't lose, and she couldn't lose.
Geared down. Next.
Yeah, for a second there, like it was weird. Who was on Maldonado, right?
Yeah.
Like leaving the backstretch, he looked behind him like I was like, oh, we saw that the one started to move, and then he just ripped it open.
Yeah.
And then
And it might be one of those things where they said, yeah, this horse should win by 20. Just keep an, maybe you can save him. Keep an eye out. He looked over and went, yeah, I'm not gonna put this at risk.
I'm not gonna risk this.
Yeah, where we see some jockeys who don't, and then at the end they go, oh crap, when it's too late for them,
Yeah, well, maybe he had an earpiece in, and they found out that there was a tag in for the horse, and they were like, okay, use him. Go ahead, win. Open up. That's the other thing. Like, if you're dropping this horse in for 50, you have to expect that someone might take the horse. So if you're even money, you better win. Because if this course gets claimed and you don't win, you missed a big opportunity, and it sets it up for the next guy. So look, a win, a claim, a nice bet. It's a nice day.
And the best scenario for us, we had on all our tickets, so we're out on all tickets, So
yeah.
At least, did you have it on all tickets or not? I can't.
No, I did have a backup ticket, but I played one of these bets for $6. I'm not sure if it was the late pick 3 or the all turf. I got to go back and look here. Where is my here? No, it was the late pick 3. So here,
okay,
4-1, and then I had the backup ticket.
Okay.
Yeah, well, so I'm just alive on this, but I like these horses. These are my strong opinions.
I like them too. I mean, I'm out with my. That's the wrong one. I'm out with all my my tickets, my single tickets, my spread tickets. So, I mean, I'm all about I need the 8 in the next leg, but then I've got lots of good coverage as well with the other horses. So,
yeah, look, you have to be right with one of your singles, right? So,
yes, I mean, that's always the case. And
that's it.
The middle leg is usually the one where, especially, if that's your single in the middle leg, oh, you're looking great on all the tickets, especially when you have a spread ticket in the last leg. So, I need this 8. I will say, for this next leg, Frank, I originally put the Kent de Sormel horse on top, and I was like, Ciaran, come on. I know it's a long shot. When I've been putting the long shots in first place, it's not worked for me. So just to give you, I pondered at first when I first did my ticket to have the 7 be where that 8 is as the single, but I was like, you know what?
That's interesting.
I was like, you know what? Let me not be as crazy. I got enough coverage. Let me go with the chalk.
But here's the thing, though. You could have come back and played a separate ticket where you did single the 7 with your other strong opinions for a little bit more. No, I wanted to have that up there for a second, Ciaran, because
nope, wrong one.
No, my all turf, because I was looking. Well, here's yours, right? I don't know why I didn't do more with the 4 and the 1. I think my thinking was, even though I like the 4 and the 1 in the first leg, the strategy we've used to very, very good effect is if you get out of the first leg of the all turf, now you have options going forward, because this is what we call handicuffing the bets, where you could use horse. Like I use horses in the all turf in the middle leg. Then I can come back and use even more in the first leg of the late pick 3, all that kind of stuff. But seeing the way you did your tickets, I mean, I wish I was a little more. I'm not sure why I didn't just come back and go 4-1, with single one of the horses in the middle leg and get more spready in the last. But I think it's because I just like those horses, and I didn't want to waste money on my B contenders, because I know I can use those horses in the late pick 3 or the late double, depending on how this first leg shook out. So anyway, we're always trying to learn on the show. We talk strategy, big picture, wagering thoughts, ticket construction. We joke around and say we're not a handicapping show, but Ciaran will handicap anyway, but that's okay.
But it's funny you mentioned that, because it was too late for me to do it today, but I'm going to play around with, when I was doing that stupid AI thing just to combine our tickets and not have it be, having to go to an ATM and spending $1,000 to win $100. But when I was looking at it a lot, I was like, I'm probably, for the next thing, I'm going to look like I'm going to have a book up here. And I was playing around with doing a lot more targeted bets. Whereas, you know how I've got 3 tickets here right now. I have been playing around a little bit more where I might actually have 9 tickets with, a lot tighter and smaller tickets and hammering a couple of them. It's something I'm still playing around with, but, we'll see what happens in the coming shows. But that's something I'm looking to, again, because there's been how many times where I've had the correct horses on every race, but just didn't have them on the right combination of tickets. So,
let's see what AI is alive to.
Huh?
Let's see what the AI tickets are alive to.
It's alive to everything.
So, using all picks in the legs. That last one is all.
It's all our picks. All
all of our alls.
We have shared picks.
So
there's 6 numbers with 7 numbers with 7 numbers.
If they took all your picks and all my picks in the various combinations of it and lumped them all together, caveman style, correct, that's what it would be. Okay, that's very interesting. I think there will be an opportunity on the show where we split our opinions align correctly a little bit more. That we could probably play that ticket. If it's only 1 or 2 that you have that and I don't have, that kind of thing.
This ticket, this $800 ticket was blown up on my end, Frank, because of my last leg and middle leg tickets, which is why it got so expensive. And that's not something I would normally do. But on some of those days where we're a lot tighter, if I just had a single in one of the legs, it dropped to like $200 or something, like $260, which is very manageable when we've seen look at some of those tickets. If you don't watch Racing Downwind on X, he plays some big tickets, but if you see the tickets he cashes on the big bankroll, it's unbelievable. Like, I think I saw him do a tweet where he was like, well, I was going to bet 500 to win on this long shot. And I was like, why don't I make it a single on my pick 5 ticket? And he won, what, 140K or something?
Racing Downwind, RDW. He hops on here every once and again. He's a friend of the show. He's actually, he had a huge, I think it was Sunday post Derby. He crushed the coast to coast. So he's another guy in the DTL crew who plays that bet. So I just kind of said on X, hey, RDW plays it, Tippy plays it, Joe Marcello plays it, and they love it. It's $1 minimum and it's the 15% low takeout. I was like, we're going to build a show around that bet at some point because I think it would be fun to have all those guys on because they play it regularly.
I mean, we talked about doing it, but I don't want the DTL crew, which is what they do, to come in and move the pool numbers when these handicapping shows are going to take the credit for doing absolutely nothing.
We'll wait for a nice carryover. Wait for a nice carryover and we'll come in and it's a good opportunity. So, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of really sharp numbers here.
It is on the radar, but the part of the thing is if we blow up their pool numbers, other people are going to get the credit and not you guys. So I'm kind of adamant where I don't want – and we need your guy. We need the follows and the likes, guys.
I
had a tweet I put out yesterday. I don't think you guys realize it. The horse racing industry only cares about subscribers. Fake or real does not matter, and not actual gamblers right now at this point. So, they'll look at us and go, well, you guys only have 600 people.
Right. They're not looking at the handle numbers that we help generate for them because that would require, maybe staying in the office an extra 10 minutes to actually look at the numbers. But it's easy to just go to YouTube and see, 6,000 subscribers. Oh, let's go with these guys. But anyway, so Ciaran, one more thing about this AI before we get to the comments. So did you play that 2 with 3, 8, 5 with 10? That was the AI that was filling in a hole in your ticket based on my picks, right?
I was just playing around with it, and
right. But it's kind of dead, so it's gone. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if it's and something else we were thinking about doing, Frank. It is.
Wait, can I stay on this topic for 1 second? This is important. We can move on. I think one thing that I like everything here. Next time, if you could do it where it takes the strongest ranked horses that we have in common and puts together like the Ciaran Frank like strong opinion ticket. So let's say like in race 1, we're 4-1, and then blah 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 blah, and then we have commonality. It takes the horses that we rank the best that we have in common, and plays like a ticket where we might be able to play it for $20 because it's your strong opinion, my strong opinion, and AI basically puts it all together for us. And this way, if we are both right about the same horses, we could hit it again. So anyway, that's just the tweak.
Well, no, I was playing around with that because on this one, 6 was a dominant pick for us in the late pick 3 in race 8, and that could have been a ticket where we spread a lot in the first and last legs and hammered, the middle leg with our 6 being a sure thing. But yeah, that's something.
Or AI could have been like, look, just play the 4-1, and then the 6, and then the common horses in the last, and we usually just play the $3 minimum because we know there's great value in there and we can get a lot of coverage and still hit for pretty big. But wouldn't it be great if all of our strongest opinions were on the same ticket that we could play 5 times?
Yep.
And even if it comes back, $200, we have it 5 times. So anyway, I really like where you're going with this, and we'll see if the DTL has any feedback.
You can give us feedback. I mean,
yeah,
literally, we just came up with this the last couple of days, so there's lots of holes, lots of tweaking. But just to tell you guys, we're always looking to get some new type of edge. We're not sitting here riding our coattails. You got to always try to learn something new, is my motto.
Well, that's why I was kind of excited about the polls thing, because I figured we could put the horses up, put 4 horses up, have everybody vote, and then you could have AI take it and then put the tickets together ranked on strength of opinion. So. Anyway, do you have anything to say before I go to Ciaran's least favorite part of the show?
Well, I do have one more thing. How we were talking about, we're not doing a show for Mother's Day, but on shows where we don't have a show, we might still go live with our picks. So I threw this together earlier for today, so I didn't know what your thought was. This is not our picks this is the picks for today, but this is what I'm sorry, Frank, you're so short there.
What do you mean short there? I'm short everywhere. Not just there. Thank you, Ciaran. That's very nice, though.
Well, we might do something where, like, tomorrow we'll put our picks up in the morning, and it'll be a live show, but it'll just be the static picks you can come back and check at. And who knows? Maybe we'll hop on if we get knocked out. It's something where
or maybe even maybe updating it based on something, because we want everybody to enjoy their Mother's Day and have a great time. We're still going to keep an eye on the races and do our thing, but this is also a good way to keep our engagement up. So you guys could have it on the background of your computer, and you're doing your thing, and all of a sudden you hear Ciaran come on and say, "Oh, I'm going to pivot. I just got home from brunch. I'm going to pivot." Anyway, let me go through the comments so we can deal with that, and we'll start looking at the going forward, because I am very curious to see who's going to be taking money in race 7, especially the Aggie Ordonez horse coming from Turf Paris. All right, our man Charlie right here, another shop guy. Hello, Frank and Ciaran and the crew and guests. Do we have any guests planned coming on here? Did Steve-O reach out or anything like that?
He's at his nephew's game, I saw.
Okay. Yeah, that's the other thing. We do plan on having more guests as well. So I appreciate that comment. Yes, let's hope we connect. Charlie, you're a horse flesh guy. Any workout opinions or anything that you see on the track, don't hold back. SC3 Pete, great afternoon, gentlemen. Started the day off right with big soiree in the, I don't know which race you're talking about, but I'm assuming it was a big price. Is that one of the bombs that hit? Oh, in the pick 6. So unlike, is that the big bomb that started the pick 6, Ciaran? Because I don't remember the name of the horse.
Yes, it was.
Wow, well done, Pete. It's Pete versus the CAWs. Pete's up 1-0. Hey, Dan H. What's up, guys? Like this all turf today. Yeah, we thought the first leg was going to be a little formful, as is, but those race 7 and race 9 are outstanding. Let us know who you played, Dan, so we can all root along together. Jeff, good afternoon. All time to cash. You got that right, my friend. Here is Charlie's 431-187-512. And then, okay, so he's alive on both of his tickets. And a little different. Oh, race 7, the 3, he's got single. The 3 is my top pick in that race. We'll get to that in a minute. But there's go ahead.
I was going to say, they had that free contest today.
Oh yeah.
I guess I had that. I had that number 6, I guess.
Big soiree?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Well, I didn't bother doing any handicapping. I just said, whatever. AI pick my numbers, whatever.
I did it. And you had AI pick your numbers? Yeah, I just went through and just randomly looked. I should have just done the Miller method.
Pick. I was I did pick my own horses, but that was the one leg. I was like, well, these are the kind of separators of these contests that make absolutely no sense. So why not?
Yeah,
I'm only in 133rd. That should tell you. I mean, first place has got 136. Yikes.
Yeah, those are very, very difficult to win. Dan, I'm not sure which firster you meant, but produce good turf results. I'm not sure if you meant anti-slap or Latin air, but either way, no one was beating the winner of that race. Charlie, we got here. Who made these odds? They are crazy. Race 9, long shot number 3. Yeah, this is the Leonard Powell horse, Surfing USA, I think. 30-1 is ridiculous. And someone actually mentioned this to me on X and was like, how is this horse 30-1? And I was like, I'm going to go right to the morning lines maker. So I sent it to Ed DeRosa. They have he's Horse Racing Nation. They have an AI program that makes the morning lines for Santa Anita. I think they're generally pretty good. But that one was off. And he said he checked with Mike Shuddy, who is a very, very sharp guy, and he makes his own lines too. And Mike Shuddy had the horse at 20-1. So they're expecting the horse to be a long shot. I think the horse should be shorter.
As my 4th choice, Frank. I in that last race, I went 1-5, obviously. Some people went 5-1, but I went 1-5 to the Miller horse. And my first of the other horses was that number 3, Surfing USA. Yeah. I used to 24%, has the right profile for the hill, long shot chance ticket. I mean,
but here's the thing. I do think it's crazy. I think that horse probably should have been like 12-1 on the line because look, the Doug O'Neill horse is probably going to go off shorter than the morning line. We don't know how good that one horse is. So if the word is out on the one's going to take a lot of money.
Yes.
Marjoram, the Michael McCarthy, the trip horse is not going to be 10-1. So those horses are all going to take money. So maybe that's why they did it. That's
probably why the AI did it. I do agree that it seemed ridiculous, but then when you look at the other prices in that race, you've got, the outside D'Amato horse,
2 D'Amatos,
20-1, 20-1, will happen 12-1, Marjoram 10-1. So I think their AI program pretty much said, we think all the algo money is going to drive so much money into the other ones that even though they shouldn't be 20 or 30-1, the way the pools are going to be, they probably will be.
Yeah. And look, the only time I complain about a morning line is when I think I have a wise guy horse and that horse is 3-1 on the morning line. I love when horses I like are 30-1 on the morning line, especially in the middle or late stages of a multi-race, because as Ciaran and I have talked about, because of all these low, like the 50-cent minimum pick threes, all that stuff, people have gotten lazy. And they're just like, oh, well, I'll just use the first 4 choices in the last leg. And they miss the 30-1 who goes off at 6-1. So bad morning lines are our friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Dan was talking about Latin Air. I had that horse on a backup ticket. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay and see where all these other horses finished up because it was really just a 1-horse race. So see if any of those did any good. Elu, I think you might be a first-time commenter. So welcome to the show. I like it. Tight. Look at that. Single to 4. The 3. The 3 is my top pick in the middle leg. And then the 5 and the 6 in the last. Let's go. All right. Like it. Of course, executive producer, Texas Terry. Beautiful Saturday at Santa Anita. Beautiful Saturday to make money. James White. 2, 3, 4. So he's out of that leg. He's alive. 6, 8. Ciaran, look at that. Very similar to you in the last. You have a ticket where you have all in the last leg.
Essentially,
So
yes. Yeah.
James White, he likes that. Very interesting. And I know James is very super sharp, and he's had some really nice scores on here. So he sees a world in which chaos could happen in that last race.
It
So
is. It is
I don't
a
see
hill.
it that way at all, but you and him think there's a chance. So that's very interesting.
I mean, we'll get a better idea when we get to the double, because I thought just the class of that one and the moves of Glatt that I thought 9-2 was. I'm hoping when we get to race 9, Frank, that the probables tell me that the Glatt horse is 2-1. Then I'll know what I think is correct, if that makes sense. Like everyone's got the word that this is the real deal.
Yeah, right. Because I think we all agree that the horse has quality to her for sure. But if the money shows up, then she's ready to run. If the money doesn't show up, it's probably like, well, we're going to give her one, and then next time.
And if there's anything to show you, I thought that, I threw my double up in the comments, but here's my double. $25 double, 6 with the 1. And then look right there. I may make this $50 or more when we get there, depending on what I mean? So that was what I made it a single, but when we get to that race 8 into 9, we'll get a better idea, what the word on the track is.
All right. So, yeah, I agree. Dan H., he was referring to the firster, the Jeff Mullins in the previous race, paid workout. Yeah, not surprised. Mullins is typically better with his second-time starters. All right, whoever's watching Aqueduct, root home. Dan, he's alive to the 1, 2, and 4 for the pick 5. Nice. Okay. And here you go. I guess he hit it. Pick 5. That's paid 750 cents. 32. I got that. I go, all right, good job, gatekeeper. Thanks, congratulating Dan. Awesome. Oh, we were just talking about. Oh my God, RDW.
Was his
fish on the plate?
Were his ears burning? Were his ears burning? We were actually just talking about your ticket construction on your tweet. I read. I think it was today where you said. I think last week you were going to bet $500 on the 5, and you used it on your pick 5 ticket to take down 143. We were doing a little thing about how we're playing around with our ticket construction, and hats off on that one.
Yeah, we were giving you major kudos, RDW, and based on all your success and how strongly a few of our other DTL members love that bet, we might want to build a show around the coast to coast, and I think it would be fun to have you, Tippy, maybe Joe Marcello on. Ciaran and I could just sit in the back and moderate and let you guys go at it. I think that could be pretty cool. But RDW is referring to a story that George O told on the Santa Anita Pick 6 show a couple of days ago. I won't get into it here. If there's some time at some point, I will tell it. It is by far the absolute funniest thing I've ever heard in racing. And the last chapter of the story makes it even better. But anyway.
All right, we should start looking at the pools here when you're ready. Not a lot of money in. We got 5 minutes. We only got 14K in the double pool.
I would like a fish on the plate. But no, hold on. Let me keep rolling through it real quick. Right. Joe D. Okay. Elu is now Joe D. All right. Well, welcome to the show, my friend. I know Pete likes to play tight tickets, so he's alive. And he's with you on the 8, Ciaran, and he's with you on the 1. So have a day, DTL crew. If Ciaran is right about his picks, we're here. Mike, let's all make money together. Make us money too, man. Welcome, Mike. Appreciate it. Kind of at my form. Really, really appreciate it.
Well, they're saying it's the double probables, Frank, into the next leg are saying it's all about 8 and 1. Actually, 1 and 8 in that order. The 1, Jimmy Blue Jeans, the Papa horse is getting most play. It is the 5 to the 1, 15, the 5 to the 8, 17. Interesting enough, the 6 to the 1 is 25, the 6 to the 8 is 14, and those are the lowest combinations going forward. The next highest we are looking at would be trying to see if I can find it, the 4 to the 1, 4 to the 3 at $26. So it looks like they're saying in the next leg it's going to be 1, 8, 3. Stylishly Acclaimed, the Jaramillo horse.
Yeah, that's my top pick there. Is that the horse that's favored?
The horse that's favored is actually the 1, Frank. The 5-1 is paying 16. The 5-8 is 19. Actually, the favorite, Frank, is the 6-8 at $16 now. The money's coming in. 6-8 is 16. 5-1 is 17. 5-8 is 19. So there's some interesting jockeying around between the 5 and the 6 in this one, and the 1 and the 8 in the next leg.
Okay. Well, let's put up the start of our LA Pick 3 tickets. We like to mess with everyone's head, so we'll go right side, left side. Sorry for the confusion.
Also, I think whoever gets into the studio first, and Frank was tardy today, I think.
I was very tardy today. I was having fish on a plate. So I'm 3-8-5-1. I am spreading. Here's the thing, Ciaran. You mentioned one Jimmy Blue Jeans. The Papa horse was taking some money. I had originally made that horse a B, but because I thought there was other speed and it would make it difficult. But the biggest speed horse scratched is Zagreus, the 4. So once that horse came out, I was like, well, Jimmy Blue Jeans is an old class horse. If he makes an easy lead, he could absolutely win. So I ended up throwing that horse in at the last minute. But as you see there, I'm all about the 3. I think that horse is going to run a monster race. I agree with you, Ciaran. The 8 is definitely the one to beat. And then the 5 is my long shot play, Speed of Elon. Can you check your notes on that one there? You have that one at all?
Slow.
Too slow. Yeah, I can see that. Too slow.
But I did use I used
Huh?
it on my pivot ticket, because I didn't have it, but that got knocked out. But it was only the only reason I would have put it in is because you put it in, and I was actually doing a pivot ticket with that 5 because I would get knocked out, of my all turf. So I was trying to see. I mentioned earlier on the show my tickets today, $18, $30, $27. I'm not even at $100, so I've got room to do another ticket, and the other ticket is probably going to include your 5 just because you've knocked me out, and you know what I mean? We always end up missing a leg between us. So
I like this horse a lot less now. The reason I had the horse as an A at 30-1 is because Zagreus was in the race, and I was expecting a very, very fast pace, and this horse has good closing times and should appreciate the extra distance. I like the blinkers on, but I do like that horse less now that the pace scenario is all changed. So, but I'm not going to take the horse out, so I'm still going to keep that horse in there. We got a minute to post here. Does anything surprise you about the way this race is being bet into the horses in the next race who we like?
Not really. I mean, it's
pretty obvious,
betting
right?
is saying what I thought. I mean, I did when I did my ticket. If there was a shock to me, I thought the 1 would have gotten a little bit more action in this race. The Never in Doubt, the Andy Mathis.
Well, no, you know why? Because Mathis said the horse needs one.
Yeah,
so
but
I'm actually going to bet win money on this horse.
Yeah, I don't know. If it keeps being up this high, we're at 0 minutes to post. Actually,
yeah, I'm making a win bet on that.
We probably should, yes.
Because he said that he likes her. She's a nice horse, but he's like, probably wants to go 2 turns. Doesn't mean she can't win.
Correct. And,
Right?
Might be one of those things where we kind of mentioned where like he's going, crap. We were hoping we get the price that we're getting. Let me talk.
I don't think we're gonna move the win odds that much. But no. That horse, was it sneaky money in the will pay? No, the 5, the 6
didn't really get
the
anything.
4. Huh?
I was just looking. Yeah, I mean he's on the 1, and he's like really out there, like the second, third choice with the 3. So.
Yeah, the 8-1 pretty much reflects his chances in the double in the pick 3 pools as well. But that's because maybe everybody else read the same article. They go, but we'll put the horse in our stable mail and we'll bet her next time going long.
But as we said,
she opens up by 10 lengths and wins for fun. Future stakes horse.
He's starting to heat up, and when Mathis had a monster year a while ago, this was when he started heating up going into Del Mar. So, like we say, Phil's heating up. A lot of these trainers and the condition books, they target certain periods, of the meet, and they want to start getting hot now. Then they'll get another race in at the June, before closing
and then Del
day.
Mar.
And then they're geared up for opening weekend, at Del Mar, and then they get to come back again in August. You know what I mean? Usually the plan you have. So
I agree with you. So they're at the gate. Good luck, everybody. While this bet isn't part of our sequences, I still think it's a pretty cool race. So we'll be back after the race. Good luck.
The tracks of Venezuela, where the legends are made. And Michel Jaramillo came storming through the gate. 13 times the champion, over 4,000 wins. Now we're lighting up Santa Anita, letting the fast one spin. Silk flashing in the sunlight.
I think Van Gelding should cover that. Song.
I love that. That's probably the best one I came up with. I love that song.
Terry asked me to play it at least 3 times a night. We play the Aramis. We love it. So he's burning down that track tonight. Yep. It's fantastic.
Yep.
And that guy's got such a good voice.
We're gonna have to do a Christmas album, Frank, with all our top hits for the year. The DTL Christmas album, I think, is what's coming.
Christmas Balls by Van Gelding.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my goodness! So this is the only. I forgot to pick up a new bottle of bourbon. So Ciaran, I'm on. Look at this. I'm on empty here. I'm gonna call DoorDash, see if they can deliver a bottle of bourbon before the show's. All right, so Krista McCullough, well done. Finally breaks the maiden. What was the final price there?
Surprising, like 6-5. Yeah. You would have thought it. I mean, a lot of money came in, but they spread around. Ended up getting decent amount of win money. $73,000 to win. The 6 did get a chunk of money, but the 5 was just dominant.
Yeah, the money showed up on the right horse there. No bueno on the 1. I mean, was dead on the board and
nothing.
Yeah. Again, you don't want to be too stubborn about these things, but young fillies breaking from the rail in their debut, that's also never really a positive thing. It's very difficult. Any first time starter breaking from the rail is a little tricky, but particularly with fillies.
The fillies.
Let me refresh my screen here, Ciaran.
You don't even know if you're going to get a crazy filly. They have a tendency to be very nutty, as I've learned.
You don't say.
Yeah, but
are you talking about Annalise? What was that horse's name? Annalise?
No, Comanche Cut. Oh no, geez, I can't even. Geez, I can't. Yeah, it was.
The one.
I already blanked it out of my mind.
Yeah, I can't believe you don't remember the name. I think it was like Annalie, and like you sent it to Graham Motion, I think, and like he's like, I can't help you.
But the story behind that one was, we used to claim horses in Ireland to run at Royal Ascot, and that was like, it's a bucket track for me to go to. But when I started buying into horses, I was like, well, I'm not going to go now till I have a horse racing that weekend. And each year we had one. We had Comanche Country. But what sucked was, and just to tell you how even, people bash California racing, the ship and win bonus is so big that it made more sense to race in California for the ship and win bonus than to win like that grade 2 at Royal Ascot. Just for the juice. Yeah. But I mean, she ran second. The horse that beat her on the line ended up winning that Royal Ascot race we were supposed to go to. But after she came here, I mean, she went. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, she just lost her mind. Like,
yeah,
it was so. Yeah, and then like you guys tried everything, and finally you're like, well, you know what? Let's give her a change of scenery. I think you sent her to Graham Motion, right? And you were just like,
and then we had another. No. We had another 2-year-old. She was dominant. I mean, the surfboard you see here in the background from the Surfer Girl States, Comanche Country. She was unbelievable. We got to race in that Phillies race in the Oaks at Kentucky Derby a few years ago.
Yeah.
3-year-old campaign cam. Whoop, whoop. Nope. She wanted to be a mommy. She was done racing. She's like, that's it. I'm out of here.
Yeah, it's so crazy, but that's the way that it goes. Even money on Jimmy Blue Jeans. What?
Wow. Yeah, that's looking at the pick 3, Frank. The 8, 1430, the 1, 1440, the 3, $41, the 7, $49. So they're all about the 8 and the 1 on the pick 3, and the double is where they adjusted. They hammered the snot out of the 1, 1180 for the 1 on the double, 1680 for the 8. So wow.
What about the 3?
They take little kid pictures on the $40. Actually, you know which one's getting more action on the double? The third choice on the double is the Aggie horse, number 7 at $30.
Well, that's what I was curious about, if that horse was going to take money or not.
She's $30.60. Your 3 with Jaramillo on it is $40. So the 3 is
and mine's 5-1 on the morning line. Hers, she's 10-1.
Yeah,
and she's taking more money. Yeah, that's a bad sign for my horse.
And on the pick 3, Frank, the second choice, I'm not surprised. Other than the top 2, your 3 is 41.10. That's the Jaramillo effect. But then it's 48.50 for Druetic. I'm not surprised about that because I kind of had it on a long shot ticket. But again, the 7 at 49.40. The 7 is the one getting the sneaky money across the pools. Not crazy to move it, but it got a lot more money than what that 10-1 morning line said.
Yeah, so that tells me, like, look, it's like Ciaran said earlier, it was pretty automatic to toss any horse coming from Turf Paradise. That's not the case anymore. But the tricky thing is like, I'm not a huge believer in speed figures, but you have to use them as a barometer. That tells me that the algorithms think that 72 speed figure is legit. Like, that's a real speed figure. And if you figure this horse is going to improve under Aggie's care, project improvement with DeSormo. That's sneaky right there.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Isn't this horse going to be right up on the lead with Jimmy Blue Jeans? See, this is why I'm so annoyed that Zagreus scratched, because I saw those three setting a really fast pace, and all my top picks are closers. So now it's just a 2-horse speed race, and they could slow it down together. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, the good thing is the horse is 2 for 2. First race was at 5 furlongs, April 2nd. Second race, and that was on dirt. Then they go to turf, first time turf at a mile. Even better speed figures. Same thing, essentially went gate to wire and just drew off. And now you get Kent on. And this horse, I mean, it was Emerald Downs, but, we talk about it a lot of times in these kinds of races. Horses get used to winning, they get a pep in their step versus ones that just always lose. You know what I mean? This one's won a few times, so.
Right. Remember crazy. When I was winning everything, I had a pep in my step, and Ciaran was losing everything, and he was like,
I was
I'm just going to say this before we talk about ticket strategy. I am going to bet win money on number 5, Speed of Elon. Ciaran and I talk about being more aware of placing win bets. This horse is 14-1 now. I think this horse is absolutely going to drift. I am shocked. Shocked at the money on the 1. And we have seen when Papa Bedromo horses get bet, they rarely lose. And he is the best at speed horses on the turf. So that tells me that with Zagreus out, they're not scared about Creative Ohm. They're just going to go, set the pace, and try to run everybody off their heels. And
in this race, Frank,
for the closers.
The favorite's 41%.
Oh wow! Really?
Between 5-1 and 10-1, 12%. Between over 10-1, 12%. So it's one of those races where you like the chalky chalks and the low priced horses tend to do very well in this race.
Yeah. I'm surprised that it is that strong, actually.
I mean, the amount of money, Frank, that came in on this one, we're sitting at 17,000, 18,000 to win, 29 to place, 13 to show. The money that came in on the one, on the nose money. Like, that's why it's getting hammered. Like, on the nose.
Excuse me. Go ahead. I was coughing.
I mean, the only other thing, my fray for Papa, they're 0 for 5. Top speed in the race, but the inside post, for this distance has a pretty low win percentage. And I thought the added distance was a question too. Use, but try to beat as well is what I ended up, saying.
Well, here's the thing, Ciaran. So for those who are not familiar with the show, we try to use as much real-time information as we can to kind of figure out if we're missing something, or if we see something that others don't, and we can take advantage of that edge that we feel we have. One of the things we like to look at are the will pays from the previous race into this race. And if you're looking at that, you're going to look at the double first, but you really want to look at the pick 3, because that's where the CAWs can hide their money, because we don't get to see where the money shows up until now. Ciaran,
pick
the
3
one is not the favorite.
Yeah,
the one is not the favorite in the pick 3.
I mean, the 8 is a 10-cent slight favorite at 14.30, which is not a whole lot. The 1 is 14.40. So a lot of this money coming in on the 1, maybe them hedging the amount of money they had on the pick 3 onto the 8. And it might get to this point where, if this horse is 3-1 or more, Frank, the 8 Sabretooth, I'm going to put win money on it. I don't think it will be, but that's the way I'm looking at it right now.
You're getting good value because they're over betting the 1. And if you look at the double, Ciaran, the 1 is a pretty decent favorite, 11.80. The 8 is second choice at 16.80, and then everyone else, in which I think is a pretty competitive race, is 30, and that's on the 7.
Well,
so
let's look into the next one.
Wild betting here.
The 1 into who we think
like
is
3 at all.
The one who we into the dominant, we think the 6 in the next leg, Magnify is a, you know what I mean? Like we're just trying to be smart asses to try and beat it. The double from the 1 into
I'm
the
not
6,
trying to beat the horse. I singled the horse.
$9. The 8 into that 6, $14. I mean, not a big discrepancy, but enough where they are really hammering this one across multiple pools. The second lowest ticket is the 1 into the 2 in the next leg, Coach Cronin. I'm not surprised on that. You got people playing the name, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, they're essentially saying the next race, Frank, is 6. And if you got to bet some money, throw it on Coach Cronin. The rest of them have no chance.
I don't think ex Coach Cronin, no shot. JJ is riding the 7. I missed that jockey change. Wow. So she had DeSormo, who's her main man. For whatever reason, he's not riding. So she just goes to, one of the top jocks in the colony. So that horse is absolutely live. Absolutely live. Wow. Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. A bunch of you said that Ken is not riding. It's never without fail. I check the scratches and changes
as well. And I
check it on the show because I don't want to be distracted. And there's always one horse or one jockey change or something that slips by me. It's very
I did not see that one at all.
Yeah, I just here's the thing, like that race at Turf Paradise, and again, no offense to the quality of horses at Turf Paradise, but that particular level is, I mean, it's a $4,000. These are $4,000 horses. These are tough allowance horses. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, it was an optional claiming 10K 2 back, optional claiming 5K and 1 back. The horse has never raced. I mean, it's always been low level.
Yeah, this is I don't want to say cheap claimer, but has been running in low level claiming races. But the opposite of that thing, is Aggie is a really, really good horsewoman. So she gets this horse, romped in against $5,000 starters and 4,000 claimers. She wouldn't be racing this horse here if she didn't think the horse didn't fit, right?
And that last race was the first time on turf. Oh, actually, second time on turf, but first time in like a couple of years. And then they're like, "Oh, we're coming right back in one of these 20K." And it's not like they're throwing this horse to the wolves for a claim, Frank. They're protecting the horse here too. So.
Right. Against decent Calbred allowance horses. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's not the kind of person who's going to overspot her horse. She could have got this horse and said, "You know what? I'm going to wait for a $20,000 claim or a 10, whatever." But here's the thing: I'm always wary, and again, I don't put a lot of credence. I don't put a lot of. I don't like to overthink speed figures. This horse was loose on the lead against much cheaper animals. Those speed figures are always inflated. If this horse had come from dead last as a closer, that speed figure, instead of a 72, would have been a 65. So speed figures always overinflate front-running horses. So I don't know if I believe that figure or not. Obviously, people with computer programs do. So the horse is taking the money.
I never thought about that, Frank. Like, the speed figures can be inflated when the horse is on the lead, and this horse probably has such a high rating across different, criteria, because every time it's won, it's been in first. Like, why?
Yeah, loose on the lead against Leslie. So what do you have on this horse? Do you have top speed, third? Those rankings are pretty good that you use.
Third speed in here.
Only the third.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Blue Jeans has got to be top, right?
Jimmy's top. Second is Druidic, and third is that horse.
Druidic is second top speed, really?
That's why I ended up putting.
And it's probably a strong closer too, right?
So here's what this is the interesting one in here, Frank. This is winless trainer who is 0 for 14 sprinter out. Always around the line, however. Maybe on the bottom of a trifecta, if that's your wager. This is the first time when I looked at this, and then I came back 2 days ago, and this is my additional. Relooked, and this horse has the second best speed numbers in here used. So I went from tossing Druidic to throwing it in when I came back and did a second pass, after I went through. So
I never would have guessed that, because this horse also is a decent closer. And if you look at all of his best races at the 16,000 starter level, the horse comes from off the pace. And, it's funny you mentioned this, because, I use DRF Formulator. I also use Optics EQ. And I know this horse very well, because, Dan Ascarati is, trains for Radar Rob too. So, and I know this horse. I saw this horse run really well many times before, but at the 16K sort, this horse is a very, very strong push on Optics as well. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna go with myself again. But the fact that you have second best speed, and I know the horse can close, that is very, very interesting to me, because I did not see that.
Yeah, well, I mean, here are the Brisnet numbers, Frank. Speed last race. Jimmy Blue Jeans and Druidic are tied at 86.
That's crazy.
Back speed, which is what, sometimes a horse is feeling its oats, you know what I mean? But you got to see what, the back speed figures, blah, blah, blah. Jimmy Blue Jeans, number 1 at 94. Druidic, number 2 at 92. Current class, Jimmy Blue Jeans, Druidic. And then last race pace, the closers were number 8, then High Plains Drifter, and then Druidic again. So popping up across, and then early pace as well. Jimmy Blue Jeans, Druidic. And we already know that Jimmy's probably just going to go and try and wire the field now, would you say?
Absolutely.
So Frank is 0 for 5 for Papa. And Papa, I mean, he's like O'Neill. Remember when you could not toss any horse that he had? He's kind of cooled off a little as well, like O'Neill.
Yeah.
So I thought this was a spot, and that's why I've got a spread ticket where I thought, this horse could probably win, but it's a vulnerable favorite as well.
I am pivoting here because I've actually picked Druidic as an A couple of times before, but I was not on the horse today because I didn't think about the class. I didn't think the class was good enough. I thought the class was a little too good for the horse. And I didn't see this horse being a stronger closer than the closers I liked when I thought it was going to be a very hot pace. But the scratch of Zagreus. So you think this horse will be sitting like third?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. So I'm pivoting here. I am going to.
What have you said on this show many times? If you want a long shot, Tiago's your guy, right?
He's the best. Yeah, he's the best. And the horses kind of opened at 7 and has been staying at 7, and that's into the teeth of a 6-5 shot. So,
and let's look at him into the next race, Frank. So let's just see. So the 1 into the 6, $10. Second choice, the 8 into the 6, $10. They've actually evened out. The 2 into the 6, 54.
Yeah.
The 7 into the 6, 54. So Creative and Druidic are paying the same. Now, the other one in here, the 3 stylishly acclaimed into the 6, $48. So if you are trying to tighten up your ticket, looking at, the betting you have in here, you would be using 1, 2, 3, 8 is how you would like.
Well, the
get
7
out of this
as well.
race, you know what I mean? Like,
if
you're
just 7 as well, right?
The
7 and the 6 is the same amount of money.
Yes.
Yeah. I am a little shocked on. I'm a lot shocked on the win price of the 3. So I am going to make a win bet on the 3 as well. I just think that maybe it's because that last race was so bad, but that race is an absolute toss to me. The horse broke from the rail.
Said the same thing.
Trouble, bounced to the moon. This horse won off a year-plus layoff for Carla Gaines. She never wins off long layoffs. So I expect, and you got Jaramillo.
Yeah, I mean, I said
come home times.
1 in February off the bench under Hara on the hill, which is hard to do off the bench. Flopped out last time going a mile, but Jaramillo did not leave. He stayed around.
He did not.
He's here, and
he came back and said, "Forget that race. I was inside. I had trouble. I never." And okay, we'll give you another shot. What do you have this horse in terms of best late pace? because I think this horse is the strongest finisher in the race. So I think 9 furlongs is going to be phenomenal.
It's way down there. It's like fifth.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's just the last race pace is what kind of screws it up. It doesn't do
because of that.
overall,
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it just. Otherwise, we just have 800 million stats.
Okay, so you know what? The last, I think the last speed ranking is probably a lot better because that's more indicative of a horse who might be sharp and might be
I
more
will say
placed.
the other company's numbers I use, who I won't say their name out till they reply to my email, even though they say, "Oh yeah, well, absolutely got to." Has it?
Do you want me to email them for you, Ciaran?
Yeah, maybe you can. Yeah.
They don't deal with sidekicks, you know that.
I love when people ghost me, and then I try to tell them like I'm Irish. We hold freaking. We're better.
You hold grudges like Stalin.
Oh,
I mean,
I will say on their number, which takes into account every race, stylishly acclaimed as 8 of 9. Frank. Druidic is 2 of 9. Jimmy Blue Jeans is 1 of 9, but it's easy to be 1 of 9 when you wire the field so many times.
Sure, of course.
But Druidic is the one, the fact that the horse has never run, it's 2 of 9. So that would jump out. And then let me scroll down here. Creative is 3 of 9. But again, that's kind of jacked up by the horse being someone who likes to wire the field.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, when I look at stuff, I gave Sabretooth a big chance because I thought that had the closing profile, and it doesn't sometimes show up in numbers. And sometimes when you look at these numbers, which is what our advantage is as people when it comes to these AI programs that spit stuff out,
right?
They didn't have that numbers. Like if you look at the last race for this horse, 10, 7, 7, 4 1/4, you know what I mean? And I will kind of toss it to the wind. When I'm looking at that, as a human, I'm going 10, 7, 10 lengths, 7 lengths, 4 lengths. Oh, they're going longer now. Perfect. But sometimes
right. The horse is just getting going. So it's good. Yeah. That's very important actually, because I don't think they weight that as much as what the form is, in the recent races. Ciaran, so here's the thing. We talked about looking at the wheel pace in the late pick 3. In the pick 3. The 1 and the 8 are dominant. They're both $28. Everybody else is a price. So if you're looking at the pick 3s, the CAWs think it is just a 2-horse race. And the money is shown on Jimmy Blue Jeans, showed early. So that's not only a CAW horse, but that was early Papa Barn money.
And it was win money. They weren't hedging. They were but now the win money's starting to come in on the 8 here. We're down to.
Correct. That's correcting itself. And that's logical, right? So,
yes.
But if you're just looking at the pick 3, it's like almost a dead heat between the 1 and the 8, and the tote reflects that. But everybody else is like 82, 97, 98, and then it balloons from there. I mean, they're giving these other horses no chance in the pick 3, which is fascinating to me. And they're giving my horse no chance in the win pool. I'm talking about the 3, which I think is ridiculous. Do you have to make a win bet on anybody in here that you're interested in? Creative Alm at 7-1, Druidic at 7-1.
I like them higher prices, so I'm gonna chill with my, and I can always adjust on the double. I mean, I was gonna throw your 5 in, but you've kind of said you're not really a fan of the 5 anymore. That was the only thing.
Well, no, I did bet the 5 to win. I was just saying that I probably should have taken that horse out of my late pick 3, and I was up
and that's why I didn't end up. All right.
They're at the gate. All right. Good luck, everybody. I remember when I said I was pivoting and using Druidic and the creative Om too. I actually ended up just hitting the all in the first leg. So I was like, I think Sabertooth is better for all my tickets, but High Plains Drifter is better for my all. But anyway, I don't put this up to make fun of you, Brian, but the JJ, I just love the confidence. You just roll right in here and you're like, JJ is going to school these bozos.
No, I will say,
I love it.
I was sweating late. Orantes, and we've kind of said this about Diego. On turf, he's still not gotten, you know what I mean? Like that, he was a little too late on that. That High Plains Drifter, what a race from that horse. Like, you know.
Yeah. Well, that horse always comes closing late. Never quite good enough at this level, but I think the horse showed that 9 furlongs, like he could easily clear this condition at 9 furlongs. For a second there again, Ciaran, I was like, Jaramillo is going to carry my horse home. He did everything right. I mean, he just got, he got beat by a better horse.
And then, the number one.
Were you cursing, turning for home? That Frank's. I'm going to run second to Frank's horse.
Freshu has gotten so good.
He's
I was
very
like,
good.
when he started making that move, I was like, this guy's going to be smart. He's not going to be like Voldemort and panic and go out wide. He's just going to hug the rail, and when they come around the turn. And then he made that out. I mean, great ride by Freshu there. Was not concerned at all. I was concerned about High Plains, getting the nod late, Frey 0 for 6 now for Papa. And sometimes those stats just are crazy,
Here, a couple of
and
people commenting on the
favorite.
Yeah, I'm not surprised though. I mean,
no.
They hate so I don't maybe that was some of the CAW money, but the market was correct. They were overbetting the 1 in my opinion.
Yes.
The 8 always should have been favored, and we talked about that. We said we're surprised the 8 isn't favored. The 8 was 9 to 5 on the morning line, first or second pick for both of us. So I feel bad for people who bet the horse when the horse was 3 to 1, but we talked about the pick 3. We said it was a 2-horse race, 1 and 8.
Going, oh my God, that horse was 9 to 2 when I did the bet, and I'm like, come on, dude. Like I'm hoarse from saying it, and I don't want to even engage anymore. I'm like,
I agree.
It's not even hard to look at what the probables and will pays are paying to actually know what the correct odds are on this horse. And this horse was favored over the 1, on the pick 3s and going in and out, and it's like, come on, guys, do a little bit of basic math.
Yeah. And I'm not knocking anybody who thought they were going to get a better price on the horse, but I think based on what we were saying and what we saw in the pick 3 will pays, the 1 and the 8 were overwhelming choices. And Ciaran and I were just surprised that the 8 wasn't favored at the time we were talking about it, because like I said, the 8 was the morning line favorite. Ciaran and I both had the horse as our A. I think you may have even singled them on a bunch of tickets, right?
So Frank, I already know that this bet is going to pay nothing because I'm alive on all of my tickets on the All Star. I have I'm singled on 2 tickets, and I have every horse on the other one essentially. So where's my all turf?
Well, yeah, but you're going to hit it. You might hit it a bunch of times because I thought you singled the 8 on a bunch of tickets.
Yeah, I did. The all turf. That's yours, Frank. Where's mine? Up here. Oh, here. So single with everyone in the next leg. Then I spread in this leg, but the 8 won, and I'm singled in the last. Spread 8 single. So that's
sorry.
Hold
on, put yours back up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit that just yet. We'll finish this and then we'll go back to the
So I'm all about the 1 in the last leg, and we're going to find out pretty soon. We talked about it earlier if that is the correct thing. And then my pick 3.
So 4 with. Wait, I'm sorry. Can you put it back real quick again? So 4 with 8 single to all. 4 with spread with the 8, but the 1. So if it comes 8-1, you have it twice, and then 4 with 8. You have the potential to have this 3 times though, right?
Yes.
So it's not horrible. No. And if it's not your 1, maybe it's a 40 to 1
crazy price.
You know what I mean?
Then,
yeah, right. So
and it's the same on the on my pick 3. I had a the spread ticket. But I also had 2 single tickets with spread and single. So, I mean, it'd be great for it to actually happen like this so we can say, well, when you feel like it's iffy in some legs, if your chalks do well, you have a chance of getting out of all tickets.
Yeah. Before we put up mine, Ciaran, Dan, thanks for noticing this. Was 5-2, then 8-5. And then Dan was asking if the CAWs get shut off with 2 minutes. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Again, I feel bad for people who thought they were going to get 5-2, but I'm pretty sure that if you were listening closely to the show, we were saying there's no way that, this horse was going to be maybe not favored over the one, but was going to be the same price. I'm not surprised. The horse probably should have been shorter.
You know what I would tell people, Frank? And it doesn't take a whole lot. And this is probably the simplest way, especially if you're at the track. Because we talk about a lot of times we're at the track, we're with our buddies, we want to have fun. We
don't have time to
trigonometry to see what the will pays are. I would say just glance at the screen that rotates through that shows you what the will pays are on the pick 3 and the double. And when you see a horse like we saw in this last one, the 1 and the 8 were the exact same payout. Just say in your head, even though it's 9-2, by the time the race goes off, they're going to be the same. And that way you won't. I'm not shocked by the price, but a lot of people will say they were shocked, but we weren't shocked. Like we expected it to be like that.
So I would say that if this horse had gone off at 6-5, then I'd be absolutely the CAWs murdered the horse. 5-2 to 6-5, but there was no chance this horse was never going to be 5-2 when the gates opened, unless somebody had done something pretty crazy. Yeah, Dan, that's what we were saying. The 8 was the favorite in the pick 3 at 28.60. The 1 was second choice at 28.80. Everybody else was not even touched. So that is the best indicator. The pick 3 will pays. And if you're at the track, you don't have time, but Ciaran is right. Always make a point to look at the will pays because that will give you a general idea of how it's going to shake out at the end. And same thing, if you're making a multi-race wager, 5 minutes to post, take a quick glance at the probables. You can easily see which horses are being overbet, which ones, and use that information. We shouldn't have to be so reliant on it, but that's how the game is.
And the simplest way to do it is look with this horse into what the paper favorite is in the next. And more times than not, that'll tell you if the price is legit or not. Back in the day, that got us. The great thing about these low takeout, Frank, and we've said it before, is it got us back to our old way of gambling because I kind of went away because I played pick 5s and pick 4s on looking at the double probables because we didn't care about it. But back in the day, we used to only have the early double and the late double, and we'd be all focused on what the pays were and looking at that more closely. I think these bets are making people go back to the old ways. You can see what these guys are doing and you can make money off it.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Ciaran.
I'm good. My blah's over.
No, it's a very good point. No, I actually used to look at the will pays for the double. I used to play rolling doubles constantly back in the days. And I would always not the will pays. I would always write the probables down because I wanted to weight my bets. Like I was doing what I'm doing now back then, but I got away from it because it didn't matter what the probables were because the CAWs were coming in at the last millisecond and destroying everything. So I got away from that. We can start doing this now, especially in the $5 one. But again, just to wrap up that point, I'm not surprised that the 8 went off favored. I'm surprised that the 8 wasn't shorter. I think the 1 was grossly overbet in that race.
I did too.
Took early barn money and took CAW money.
I agree.
And they were wrong. They were just wrong. And that's why that 8 is actually very good value, in my opinion.
No,
but anyway, let's move on. Go ahead.
Yeah, at 8-5, that horse probably should have been even money because when we look at the will pays in here, Frank, the double into the 6, $7.60.
Wow.
The next highest payout is $32 for the 2.
Yeah.
For the pick 3, $10 for the 6. The next highest is 33. We actually, believe it or not, got good value even though at 8-5, this horse is acting like it should be, like 3-2, 4-5, and the 6 is probably. I mean, the 6 is 7-5 right now. I'd be shocked if this 6 is not 3-5, or at least even money,
Oh, that horse is going to be odds on for sure. But let me roll through. We already did what you're covered to. So there's my first ticket, the 1-4 combo, the 4-1, and then the 8. So in the last race, I'm 6, 5, 10, and then that second ticket is dead. And then the late pick 3. So look, that first one I did for $6. So single. I'm just all about. If the 6 loses, I'm bust. So my whole day is built around the 6 here.
I actually have. I'm shocked. We actually have all turf will pays right now, which is that? That's I'm usually they don't. So on the all turf, absolute dominant favorite. Who do you think it is?
In the last race, the all turf, the dominant. It's probably the O'Neill horse, Light One Up.
Light One Up, paying $70.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Second choice is the 2, Mow 'em Down, 134. Marjoram, the 6, 150. Number 1 at 184, and then it starts getting up there into much higherville. So
let's go back to that conversation. Brian, thank you so much. This is excellent information. This is what we're all about because we want to know what's going on when it comes to the money.
But it's great that we can see this on the all turf because now we can go. The 5 is a really dominant favorite. So who's paying the least to the 5 in the next leg, Frank? And right now, the 6 to the 5 on the double seems kind of high. $27 is not bad for $5 when it looks like 5 is probably going to be pretty dominant. I mean, I know it's $5, but that's still not too shabby.
Brian, we'll get to your point in a second. Let me look at the imputed odds going forward.
The 6 is the second choice at 59. The 2 is the third choice at 97. And then the
what about your 1?
126. So the 1 is showing everything's showing the morning line's odds. We're not seeing anything sneaky.
We absolutely are because the 6 is 10-1.
Oh, that's
the odds are 9-2.
Yeah, the 6 is actually the sneaky.
But
money.
We knew that. We knew that horse was never going to be 10-1.
And
let me roll through real quick here on the favorite in the imputed odds going forward is Light One Up, but it's not as overwhelming as you think it is, which is why I think the double is paying okay. 2.93, and then the 6 is 4.42, and then how about the 10, the D'Amato, 21 morning line, 9.10, and your horse, the 1, 9.34, and then the Mow 'em Down, 7.42. So yes, Light One Up is going to be favored, but I don't think it's going to be as favored as you would have expected a month ago when we were talking about how O'Neill couldn't lose.
We're going in order just on the all turf, Frank. 5.
Hold on, let me go back to my screen. 5, okay.
5, 2, 6.
No, see, we have the 6 over the 2 in the optics, but that's interesting. Okay, go ahead.
5, 2, 6.
I have 5,
1,
6, 2.
10.
I have 5, 2, 6, 10, 1.
Okay, so there's a little bit of flip-flopping, but that morning line, yours sincerely did get some good money, and outside on the hill, we've talked about that a lot of times, and I think I saw, let me pull up a comment from really early before you got into the studio, Frank.
Yeah.
Steve-O, love the 10 in the last.
There you go.
So he hopped on and made that post earlier, so.
Yeah, Brian, I want to address your point, but we'll do it after the show because we want to make money. But this is very important because we're playing against the CAWs, so we want to know this information. Thank you for sharing that. He also did this. That's what the win pool was, 227 to 311, and then 27% of the money came in late. And I'm glad it did because the 1 was a donkey.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we'll talk about that general stuff after the show. I got to look at some doubles here. I mean, Ciaran, do I have to use anybody else here? I mean, I think I'm going to go to war with the 6. If the 6 loses, I lose. That's it. I'm a man. I'll take it.
Yeah, let me see. So this race, I'll just read my notes. I had to use the number 1. I mean, I have to use the number 1, Voldemort. How do I not use that? JJ rides. I have to use this name. If you watch the live show, you know
that's right. I'm like, no, you don't have to use the horse.
Yes,
I think you're JJ for Baffert, but no, you're using it because it's your nickname for he who shall not be spoken.
Yes, I'm not. And then I said it's a Baffert horse with not the usual work. So it's usually a toss, but I'm talking so much smack about this other clown jockey that I had to use Voldemort.
Charlie, if you're out there, do you have any workout info or any track visualization on the Voldemort? That would be helpful.
Coach Cronin, Smith for Hess have won 4 of 5, 2 in a row, was claimed off Glatt last out and protected. And as we've said, I mean, Glatt is on fire. I mean, it's down. I used it, but I'm not a fan of using that horse, but the horse has beaten me before. Berlin Wall.
Hold on. The horse wasn't claimed. Oh, must have been a private sale or
private sale. Sorry. Yes, I read something where it was a private sale. Yes.
But like, I mean, Baffert's going to go. This horse is going to go. There's plenty of other speed, but this horse is coming out of Calbred N1Xs. This is open company. I would be shocked if Coach Cronin won this race. But anyway, I've been wrong before. But keep going.
Berlin Wall, Tiago Fernap, 2, 2, and 2 from 8 here, but I'm not sure.
I like the 3 better than the 2, to be honest with you. So
I think the horse needs easier, is what I wrote.
Yeah, the horse probably needs Calbred company again, but it wouldn't shock me if this horse finished ahead of Coach Cronin. They're both Calbreds. This is a nice horse, just not good enough against open company. The thing is, Ciaran, if the 6 doesn't win, then he could win, right?
And that's why I have like a kind of a spread ticket, like Cowboy Mike. You got Jaramillo for Yakteen, blinkers off. Trainer is 26% for a huge profit margin. When Yakteen takes the blinkers off, pay attention. And this was my other note. We'll have to see right now. I said, this horse will not be this price. I thought Cowboy Mike would be 7-2. What's it sitting at right now?
No.
7-1. I thought it'd be 7-2.
I'm actually going to do a doubles using that horse going forward because of those other the horses that you're talking about. I think because there's 2 Yakteens, right? So Cowboy Mike's going to be up on the pace, and Magnify is going to come from off. So he's got it surrounded.
He's got it surrounded. And then I went, Jaramillo is the difference maker, has sharp early speed and fades, ration and wins. And if there's anyone who can ration,
the blinkers off, too.
Is this dude right here, Jaramillo? So, Runaway Charlie.
Real quick though, Ciaran, the doubles starting with the 4 in this leg. I mean, they're the lowest. They're amazing. The lowest one is $328. I mean, so I'm absolutely doing doubles with the 4 here.
And I like the 5 too. And I like the 5. Here's the first note I have: Runaway Charlie, 30-1, slow, but has a 7-pound weight break. I don't think it would help, but the trainer's 26% from like it's a small stable. 25% blinkers back on. And then, I mean, this might be like a Radar Rob horse training lights out in the morning per the workout times. I had to use it just, because sometimes, and it was essentially, if the 6 doesn't win, it really could be any one of these other horses in here,
It could be, but I think that's the least likely of the bunch. What's the horse on the tote?
It's getting hammered, Frank. It's 19-1 from 30-1 morning line.
That's the Ciaran steam coming in on the horse. Do you know anything about this jockey? I've never seen. I mean, he's had one start.
I've seen him. He's like one of these. I've seen him on. He doesn't get a whole lot of mounts.
Okay,
but I have seen him
on the year. I've never seen him before.
He's the new bug boy. So he's got 3 races.
7 pounds.
On 7 pounds. I mean, this is a mile. You never know. I mean. I was just looking back. I mean, this is a back east horse, but when it raced here in January, they were able to entice Rispoli to ride this horse, So, and
my problem is this horse, I know it doesn't show in the last 2 races, but this horse has speed and blinkers on and the bug boy. I think the kid's just going to gun hard out of the gate. And right there, we just talked about 4 horses in a row. They're all speed. Magnify is going to sit right outside and just, if any of the speed horses wins, it's probably going to be because of Jaramillo coaxing the most out of Cowboy Mike. So to me, he's the value play of the remaining horses.
And we already saw what Freshu did in that last race. He's riding freaking great right now. And like you said, he's just going to sit off. And, you know, he's 2 for 4 for Yak Teen. They're 3 of 4 in the money. Solid profit angle. You know, Yak Teen's got it locked up. Horse has got sharp works. And then this race, Frank, favorite wins 30%. Yeah. This is not a race where bombs win. 83% of the time, it's 5-1 or less. Like, it's really chalky. But yeah, I think, like we said, we both agreed. And when we were talking about our AI ticket earlier, I didn't have enough time. I would have told it, make 6 a single and have us get good coverage on the other legs. It's something I'll work on.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. I mean, I forgot what I was going to say. How about I'm putting my double bets in, and I totally forgot what I was going to say.
Well, my double right now, 6 into 1. Holy smokes! I don't need to adjust it. $25 is enough because 6 into 1, $121. I'll take that 5 times.
Yeah, I think the 5 is beatable. $30. I mean, that's decent value if you love the 5, but if we can beat this 5, you know, it's going to be good in the next leg talking about.
I got 6 into all. So let's see what the lowest payout is. 6 into the lowest. The 5 is $30, 57. Yeah. I mean, I'm doing it for $10. I might have to adjust that. It's kind of crappy pays.
Yeah. So we're basing our plays, adjusting them based on what we're seeing in the probable pool, whether we need to bet more or less, depending on what the pays might be. But, I mean, look, the 6 is getting hammered. So the 6 to the 5 is 30. The 6 to the 6 is 57. Is that the Mike McCarthy wise guy horse? Yeah.
Yes. Marjoram. Wow. Yeah. Like we both thought. That one morning line. He's not going to get anything. Yeah.
No. So, I think there's good value in the nightcap, beating the 5 and also beating the 2, because the 2 is taking money. What do you have on the 2? I know the 2 could win, but I don't think the 2 is any better than any of the other second-tier contenders.
I mean, I've got a $5 double, Frank, going from I got 1, 2, 4, 5 into my 1 in the next leg, and I don't need to adjust it because 1 into 1 is 235, 2 is 162, 4 is 500, 5 is $2,100.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just
so for that $5, you know, for my $20 bet, that's a pretty good hedge. But I need to look at what my because my all turf, I'm only going to be alive. I've got my all ticket. I need the 1, you know, to sweep the card, and then I've got my pick 3. I need the 6, but I've got spreadage with my 1. Well, at least on one of my spread tickets, Frank, I was going to make it a single, but I was like, you know what? I'm spending so little on my pick 3 today. I ended up throwing the 5 in on my pick 3, you know, so I don't think I need to do a whole lot here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, getting that 8 home
are not bad.
Getting that 8 home as a single on every one of your tickets, means you don't really have to pivot too much. Let me just roll through the comments real quick before they get to the gate. Cat 8 My Forum says the 2 doesn't look good. That's great. But then Charlie says 2 horses that I thought. Let's see. He finishes workout wise. The 6 and the 3. Yeah, Berlin Wall is a very nice horse. I just don't know if the horse is good enough to beat the 6. But, I mean, you could certainly do a $5 double using Berlin Wall to the contenders in the last because it's going to pay. RDW is going to go with the long shots because he's singling Magnify. 4, 6, 8. Let me tell you this, though. The 6 is not a long shot. The 6 is second choice. So you might want to adjust your doubles accordingly. Maybe put more money on that horse. James White, daily double. Wow, singling the 3 here, the Berlin Wall. To the
I'm actually going to do. I do not have Berlin Wall, so I'm actually going to do Berlin Wall.
I am too, because if
1,
it's not
5.
Magnify, it's Coach Mike. I mean, it's Cowboy Mike or Berlin Wall.
Yeah, because I was looking 3 into the 1, 503. 3 into the
Pivot.
5, 316. You know, like it's nice pace.
Yeah, for a couple, a little bit.
It's going to cost me. It's costing me $20 on this bet, Frank. I'm doing 3 into 1, 5, 6, 10 for $5, and it's paying 503, 316, 230, 367. You know, the 6 is mega live in this next leg. Like my 1 is
I know.
is
Mike, yeah. I mean, might go favorite when it's all said and done. I don't know, but
yeah.
Thanks for that information on Berlin Wall.
6 into the 6 is $48.
Yeah, that's why I was saying RDW. You're gonna have to. That horse is not 10-1 in the double. That horse will be second choice.
Yeah,
probably 7-2, more like it. A real shout out, Joe DeLuca. Thank you for joining us, man. Great hearing from you and seeing you. He's singling the 1 here, Voldemort, and then going 5-6. So there you go. Wow. Okay. They're loading. I didn't get through all the comments. Sorry. We'll come back to them after the race. Let's get out of here alive. I think it's about the 6, but that's why it's horse racing. Good luck, everybody. Apologies, guys. I mean, I never would bet that horse. I mean, I don't know how that horse gets loose on the lead in a race filled with speed, but
with Mike Smith.
Wow.
Mike Smith on the lead, you're never catching him.
I just I mean, come on, especially at 3-1. I mean, I was wrong. I was wrong. That's it. I'm out of everything. I would have used your Runaway Charlie before that horse. I thought Berlin Wall was looking good.
I just couldn't get by, could not get by.
Wow. Ugh, the note out of that race for me is do not bet anyone out of that race going forward. If Magnify couldn't beat that field, he's never going to clear this condition.
No,
that was
horse
atrocious from him.
Yikes is all I got to say. Yikes. Well, I'm alive on my trash tickets at least.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in excellent form, but a barn change, stepping up in class. There was other speed in the race. I mean,
I will say, though, Frank, if the 6 wasn't in there, that would absolutely have been my top choice.
Who, the 2?
Yeah, Coach Cronin. I mean, I had it in second position, but still, I was all the 6 looked so dominant that's why everything was more leaned or more focused on that. But I'm all about on my double. I need the 1 to win in the last leg.
Well, yeah, that was your opinion, so that's good. You got alive to the horse that you liked the best on the day. Actually, well, no, you like the 8 probably equally the same there. Yeah, Ocho, Berlin Wall. I mean, had a shot. No excuses. No excuses at all.
Now, the interesting thing, let's see if the 6 gets the kind of money that it was saying the 6 was going to get in here.
Anyone alive in bingo? In fact, I might sign off and just start doing scratches with Terry or something because I'm like, ugh. I don't mind being wrong, but
Hey, look, Frank's horse is catching an Uber. This is the funniest thing I've seen all day. Hey, to the races.
I mean, but was it though? I mean, I think I could have won on that horse.
No.
I mean, I don't know what the other jockeys were doing.
You know what my notes are always for Mike Smith? If you need a mannequin jockey to sit on the front and not fall off, he is the best guy to get the speed out and
Right.
go to the lead. And
he's great on the front end, but I honestly believe anybody else could have won on that horse. It's just the race did not develop like it should have on paper. But you know what? I'm wrong. That's okay. This is funny. I've never heard this before, Lawrence. Life's a mess when you leave out Hess.
Yeah.
Yeah, proof positive right here. I'm out of everything. Everything. Oh, no, I'm alive in the all turf, though. So there you go. But here, back to this.
And
Brian,
Frank,
I appreciate
all
all your contributions on the show. I love it. It's really good to have this kind of push and pull. So keep doing what you're doing. Go ahead, Ciaran.
Pick 3. Interesting. The favorite is the 5. Oh, look, early money, Frank. Destroyed the 6, 5-2. Massive money came in on the 6.
Yeah.
But on
No
the pick
surprise.
3, but not on the pick 3. So that's some sort of hedging. On the pick 3, Frank, favorite is the 5 at 173. The second choice is the 2 at 264. The third choice is the 1 at 493. Then the 6 at 573. It starts going up. Let's see if they adjusted on the double. On the double, 5 absolutely dominant, 96. 2 at 155. 6 at 181. And my number 1 at 239. Then it starts going up.
James White's alive to all turf in the late pick 3 to all. So, if the 1 would be the best result because that would mean you would win and James would win also. And it's paying pretty good, right? But that scares me a little bit. What did the horse open at? Any money on the 1?
Well, Frank, I've got, if the 1 wins, I get it 3 times, but then I have all
right, that's what I'm saying.
on another ticket. So, I've got
all as well.
Yeah, my all is good to go. So I got 1-4 with 8 with blah 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 blah, except the 9. But I think
in what, the all turf or in
the all turf? In the all turf, I have all. I think in this leg.
Okay. Well, good luck, James. That's awesome. You expect chaos in this race, so we'll see what happens. Charlie had 3 singles in my all 3.
Yeah, the pick 3, I only have the 1 and the 5 on the pick 3. So the 1 and the 5 on the pick 3 is 493 and 173.
1 and the 5. Okay. I really wanted to get alive to the 10 horse, but you know what? I can bet the 10 to win. The 10 is 10 to 1. I don't have to worry about the 6. If the 6 was 10 to 1, that would have been a bad thing because we all knew that this horse had ability. And
well, I'm going to be doing win money here, Frank, because that was a Glad horse essentially that won the last race, and we got the Glad horse here on the inside. That should be all. I mean, it did not get bet. Actually, let's see if it got bet on the pick 5 or pick 6. Is there a carryover on the pick 6 or no? You know who the favorite is on the pick 6, Frank?
I'm going to guess it's the 5.
The one at $256.
No, Ciaran, that's 5 or 6.
Oh, that's 5 or 6. So carryover.
Yeah, the only horses that are alive are the 2, the 3, the 5, and the 7.
Well, the pick
wow,
5,
no one has the 6, and they're going, "Oh my God, how did I leave off the 6? He's 5 to 2."
The pick 5, 1's paying 112, 2's paying 152. The 1 did get a little bit of money. It's paying 152. The pick 4, that used to be my go-to bet, which is why it's not my go-to bet anymore, Frank. The 5 is paying $65. 2 is paying 85. 1 is paying 170. 6 is paying 196. The 1 is, I think the 1's not going to end up being 8 to 1. I think it's going to be probably down at the morning line or below.
I can tell you in a second, but oh man, I really wanted to get alive to the 6 and the 10 in this last race because they're paying so well. The 5 does not have to win. How about this? We were talking about the 3 horse Ciaran at the 31 morning line being a joke. Yeah, 10 to 1. I knew that was going to happen. What do you have on the 4? That's a Jaramillo riding for Sadler, right? A dirt horse trying turf. I know you have the horse with the all ball, 26 to 1.
First time turf. They tried a hill. Sadler is 21% first time turf. Sharp work. Then I went, if Jaramillo's here, we have to use on a long shot ticket.
Yeah, okay.
Simple as that.
I did not.
Then I had notes on the 7. Will happen. 12 to 1. Smith for Baltus. Sharp work. Ran second, last out on the hill. We'll try to wire them. So maybe Mike Smith, late double.
On which horse?
The 7 will happen.
Oh, yeah. I thought, though, that was going to be tough to wire because of the 9 in here. But, could certainly sit second. But Tippy's alive to the 10 in the all turf. Great. Double and late pick 3. All right. Some horses for lesser money. Awesome. RDW, pick 3 to the 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Great job, guys. I'm so happy to see so many people alive and all these. And I'm glad you guys didn't listen to me about Coach Cronin.
You know what happened when you were talking about Coach Cronin? You know what everyone was thinking, Frank?
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
That's the first time that the blah, blah, blah worked. Because usually I'm giving out ace information, man. Jeff, they're interviewing Glatt about the 1. Let us know what he says, if you don't mind. Cliff Notes version. What will happen first? Will happen wins or
Frank
changes his email to California pick 3.
So if you go here right now, let me see if it worked. California pick 3. I did it a long time ago, just in case you guys didn't realize. Oh, crap. I got to learn how to type. I'm going to fire another typing monkey.
Oh, my goodness.
So if you actually go to CaliforniaPick3.com, it goes to my California Pick 4. I just couldn't change. So
that's great. I mean, that's
just like if you go to our low takeout bets, we own all that. I figured someone would finally grab it. So I was like, I'm going to grab low takeout bets and bet so no one can snake us out of it.
Very smart, Ciaran.
So last year, Frank, the double, we didn't do a show on Friday, and they had a pick six carryover, and the numbers were kind of sad for pick six carryover, I got to say. But today, last year's number for the pick six, or for the daily double, 151. And I looked before the race went off. The double was, just 252,000, just another 100,000 extra in the pool, because we did a show. But hey, we only have 625 followers, so we don't know what we're doing, Frank. They only pay them a little bit of money to do handicapping shows.
Oh boy,
we need
DTL Crew, we love you guys.
You guys move the needle. Tracks will eventually start paying attention, but we need your help. We need the subscribers. Just click on subscribe, because even though I think Frank we were talking yesterday, he was like, our average watch time, advertisers would pay through the nose for people with the amount of time they watch.
Yeah, you guys are committed, and we can't thank you enough. And it's funny because we know that it is not easy to sit down for 3 hours and be engaged like this. And our good friend Larry, he's watching on his phone, but he's at the track. He goes to make a bet. He misses something that Ciaran and I and we all talk about, and we talk about a bet, and we end up hitting it. And he goes, "Well, that wasn't one." Well, yeah, we pivoted. And he's like, "Well, I went to make my bet. I didn't see it." He's like, I'll pay for a service where I get a every time you guys pivot and make a new bet, I get a text message on my phone. So this way, we still want everybody to watch and participate. But if you have to take a bathroom break, you get a ping. Oh, Ciaran just pivoted for the 18th time. Hurry up! I gotta put the bet in.
Yeah, but somehow the tracks are hung up on subscribers, even though a lot of them are fake versus actual viewers.
Well,
I mean, look how many guys we have watching right now. We got 300 plus.
Let's stay positive. Look, Mom has just initiated the same thing. $3 Olympics refund. They have an all turf. We've already reached out to them to see if maybe we could figure something out. But if you guys want to bombard their Twitter feed, call their hotline and say that they need to do a Double Trouble live show, or we're not betting your low takeout bets, I'm all for it. I mean, we're doing them a favor. We're helping their handle. So, but of course, these are great opportunities for us. And I don't never tell anybody not to bet what they want to bet. And hopefully we'll be able to do something with Monmouth, because that's a good track. It's got a lot of history, and it's kind of struggling right now.
Yes.
But you know what? DTL Crew is like Mighty Mouse. Here we come to save your handle. But anyway, here we go. Ocho. This is Ciaran's area of expertise. Dan H is pretty good with tries as well. You want to help Ocho out here? I can look at some try probables.
I need the 1, but I also have the 10. The outside on the hill is always great, I would say. And the sneaky horse that we saw across the pools, I would say something with 1, 6, and 10, Frank. So who's the lowest? Why don't we do the 6 over the 110? What's that paying?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because if Light One Up is in the try, it's not going to pay all that great. And I do think that horse is vulnerable today, based on how cold O'Neill has been. So 6 with what?
6 with 110.
6 with 1.
Actually, why don't we do 6 with 5-1 and 6 with 5-10, just to see if it went chalk with a couple of prices, to see if it's
that's a good idea.
Worth doing. So, you know what I mean? If the chalk is paying with long shots, then it might be worthwhile doing that.
I actually think that's smart, because that is a good horse. So just because the trainer's cold doesn't mean the horse can't win. So right now, let me just tell you, these are for $2, Ciaran. Okay, with the 6 on top, the favorite trifecta combo is 6, 5, 2, and that's paying 102 for $2.
Wow,
Okay,
that's actually not bad.
that's for $2, right? So yeah, so
Yeah.
$50. So now, what did you want me to look at? 6 with what?
6, 5, 1, and 6, 5, 10.
6, 5, 1 is 209 for $2. 6, 5, 10 is 168 for $2.
Which is not bad when you're putting like the 2 chalks on top, and then if you box it and came back and ended up being
6 with 1, 5, 10 with 1, 5, 10, right?
yeah.
And then you can even do 1, 5, 10 with 6 with 1, 5, 10 in case the 6 runs second.
Yeah. So
you asked for a key horse, Ocho. We're thinking about maybe keying the 6 in first and second with the 1, 5, and 10. I don't think that's a bad play at all.
It's not getting. What did Glatt say? Did anyone actually see what he said?
Yeah, Jeff. Any update there? Our boots on the ground. Let me see. I hardly ever miss a show. I think he was too busy watching our show and he forgot Glatt was on FanDuel. Jeff, if you have any info, please let us know. Paul, late joiner here. 9 wire to wire outside post. Yeah, I still think the horse gets caught. I do. But hey, good luck to you. What is the 9 on the tote there?
24 to 1.
Yeah, see, Dan H., I think keying the 6, this is for the try, Ocho. Keying the 6 in second or third with some chaos around is a sharp idea. But, I mean, I would also key the horse in first. I mean, I think the horse has a huge shot. So, yeah, you could do that. Basically, 6 with 1, 5, 10 with 1, 5, 10, 1, 5, 10 with 6 with 1, 5, 10, 1, 5, 10, 1, 5, 10 with 6. And there you go. You get it all covered.
Yeah, I have not done a try in a while. What are you doing? Call him out for me, Frank. 6 with
1, 5, 10 with 1, 5, 10.
6 with 1, 5, 10 with 1, 5, 10, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's $6, and then you come back and do
1, 5, 10 with 6 with 1, 5, 10.
Hang on. So trifecta 1, 5, 6 with what?
No, 1, 5, 10. 1, 5, 10 with 6 with 1, 5, 10. We're just playing using all the same horses, but the 6 is getting keyed in first, second, and third. So 1, 5, 10 with 6 with 1, 5, 10.
Okay, that's $6 again.
Yep,
okay,
and this will be $6 also. 1, 5, 10 with 1, 5, 10 with 6. So if the 6 finishes first, second, or third, and 2 of our 3 horses are in the money, we hit the try. So that should be 6 also.
So then it's 1, 5, 1, 5, 10 with 1, 5, 10 with 6 in last place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
and
the
that has it.
The
yeah, has all these horses first, second, blah blah. Okay.
Right. But it would be a bummer if it comes 1, 5, 10, we don't have it. So you might want to box the 1, 5, 10.
Yeah, but I mean, the reason I don't mind doing this is, I mean, I've gotten out of playing these pick and pray contests a lot, but I'm going to get back into playing the real money tournaments. And sometimes, even though we talk about the takeouts for my contests, this is the kind of stuff in the last race where I need to get a lot better at. So it's costing us what, $24, but it's me trying to learn something new and maybe modify
18.
my contest play is what I'm doing. So I don't mind it.
6 times 3.
Oh, 18. There you go.
But that's for 50 cents, right?
No, for $1.
Oh, that's for $1. Yeah, that's right. That's for $1. I am not alive to anything. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. I'm alive in my all turf, I think. I have to go back and look. But I am going to do a win bet on the 10. I think 10 to 1 is just a very good price. And I'm also going to key that horse in second in exactas in case the horse fires and then second to the other ones.
You're on live in your all turf to 6, 5, 10, Frank.
Right. Well, I mean, they can't be paying much, right?
No, I looked earlier. It wasn't. I mean, the 5 was paying $70. That was the lowest pay.
Right.
But I mean, it was great that they actually had the will pays up early. That's the earliest I've seen it. So you're live to what? 5 is paying 70. 6 is paying 150. 10's paying 354. 10 was the sneaky money. And I mean, we've talked about it a lot of times. I know the stats are it's great on the inside, which was crazy that it's winning 32%. But our anecdotal evidence is when you have big full fields like this on the hill, being outside in that 8, 9, 10, 11 spot is really the sweet spot.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think the 10 is definitely live. 11-1 now on the drift a little bit. Let me see.
I mean, Frey's on the horse, and if we had not gone to Kentucky last week, Frank, I kind of told you, and you were like, well, who's he going to put on Gold Phoenix? Frey was the one. If we'd stayed at Santa Anita, Frey was going to go back on Gold Phoenix. So it's not like
Frey rode him great one time at Del Mar, right? Like,
Frey is probably, of our 12 wins, Pratt has 2, Kimura has 1, Freshu's got 1, Voldemort has 1, Frey has probably 6 or 7
Voldemort. Jeff's telling me to scroll back, so he must have mentioned what Glatz said. Let me see if I can find it. No, I don't see anything. I can't. Oh, he was listening to us, so he couldn't listen to Glatt. I told you.
Oh, unbelievable. You had one job. He's fired now.
So, Jeff, you're allowed not to listen to us when we ask you to listen to somebody else. You have permission.
Yes.
No, man, we appreciate you. Let's see. What is Charlie doing here? Yes, happy Mother's Day for sure. 50 win place number 9. Do we even? Oh, that's the speed horse. Exacta box 1579. Who is the 7? The Baltus will happen. Yeah, you talked about that with Mike Smith up. James White is 2379. Yeah, I think the 2 is very likely to finish 2nd or 3rd, but not necessarily win. But what do I know? I said I wouldn't bet Coach Cronin. Do the race a million times, I still wouldn't bet the horse. SC3 Pete, how we doing on time?
So Frank, on our
3
stupid AI pick, our worst case scenario would be 5 or 2.
What, on the $888 one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're never going to play that ever, but it is kind of funny.
Earlier, it's a working thing when I spread so much in 2 legs with my all that it kind of blew the tickets up. But on days where
we're tight,
it's actually, I'm going to make it where I'm going to try and set it up where I can just drop it in and have it tell us.
Because if we're tight and right, we're both going to win.
Correct.
So, it's not going to be a situation where my combos connected, you had the same horses, but your combos didn't connect. AI will correct that problem. Right? I mean, that's the basis of it.
Yep, that's the gist.
So yeah, Dan again, he has a saber double into the 6, cashes with 1-5 all turf for $6, 2 for 3. Okay, good. Yeah, good job, man. And for the try, his thought is chaos, logical 6, logical chaos 6 for the try.
Yeah, kind of what I did.
But I think you have to use the 6 on top as well. Unless you think he's not great value, then that's fine. And his chaos is 3, 8, 9, 10. But yeah, answer me that, because I'm curious, because I'm not a great trifecta player. I don't understand why you wouldn't use the horse on top as well, unless you just think there's no value with him winning. And that's fine too. And then here's Pete. He just comes with the cold. He just cold decks everything. 3-5-2. That's it. Done. Love it. Good luck. 3 minutes to post. If you're 1 wins, Ciaran, pick 6 carryover.
Let's do it.
Same with the 10. Same with the 6.
6 is the shocking one.
So
but then, Frank, the 6 is a carryover, so that explains the hammering of the 6, perhaps.
Correct. Yes, they don't have the horse in the pick 6. They need to make their money.
That actually might make the 6 a toss, because we've seen them kind of do that sometimes, where they can get a carryover.
But we knew that. That may be some computer money hedging, but that's also smart horse player money. There's no way that horse was going to be 10 to 1.
This number 5, Frank, is 6 times the place money right now. 80,000 to 12,000. Like, it's really dominant betting on the nose for this 5.
I want to mention something. Oh, go ahead.
They're not hedging on the place, or they're not even hedging on the show. They're gambling on the nose on this 5 here.
Yeah, 7-5. I think that's a little crazy. Best horse in the race, no doubt about it. But let me just say this because we talk about win bets, Ciaran. A lot of people talked about the 3. We knew the price was going to be crazy. How about this? Someone is alive to the 3 in the pick 6. So if you like the 3 at 12-1, you absolutely need to bet that horse to win. Because how is that horse alive at 30-1 when Marjoram is more logical at 10-1 and that horse is not alive? So I think that is absolutely fascinating. And then the other one would be the 7, who someone's alive to the 7 for 43,000. And if you like that horse, you have to bet win money at 16-1.
Well, I'm betting win money on my number 1 because I need it across the board, but it's way like I thought this horse would be much lower, but they're probably saying
maybe Glad said the horse
blah,
needs one. You know,
blah 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 blah.
I'm betting the 10. I'm betting the 10 to win at 12-1. If Marjoram wins at 7-2, I'm happy. I can live with that. Surfing USA at 12-1. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good bet. But I already got crushed today when that 6 lost, so I'm just going to stick with the 10 here. You're holding your position, Ciaran? No, you're going to bet the 1.
I did a win bet on the 1.
Yeah, I think that's
and I
very
did all
smart.
those, playing around tries just because it's cheap and I want to get better at doing that. And I know we're a low takeout show, but as I've said, I'm going to start playing.
We're also gamblers.
Gamblers, and I'm going to be playing a lot more live cash tournaments versus this pick and pray collusion stuff. So
Yeah.
I want to get better, especially in the last leg, because trifectas win a lot of these tournaments in the last race, so I got to get better at that. So and it's the hill.
Brian, I like it's what the hill.
The hill.
Yeah, you got the best races, full fields. Come on, you got to bet it. Brian, I like the confidence. Mow him down 5-1, full send. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't shock me. I think 5-1 is actually good value on that horse, but the fact that the horse is 5-1 worries me a little bit for Peter Miller-Barn. I don't think it's all Jeff Siegel money. That horse is not materially worse than, all the other ones who come out of an N1X. And I agree with you. Leonard Powell is absolutely always dangerous. One of the best, most consistent trainers, especially with turf horses. They are at the gate. Good luck to everyone who's alive. Let's cash some tickets. And, we'll be back after the race for our debriefing. Good luck, everyone.
Won but lost.
It was not my day. I mean, those are the 3 horses. I couldn't bet the 6 to win at the price. I bet the 10 to win, and I had the 10 keyed in exactas. Didn't play the try, but that was the try. Ocho, right? That was the one we gave out. It's going to pay good, right?
But yeah, I mean, we had 6, 5,
1, 5,
10.
10 with 6 with 1, 5, 10 with 1, 5, 10. It's like $100 or something for about $1.
Yeah,
that's a $6 bet.
The try ended up paying almost more than the all turf. The 5 would have made me. I would have collected all my tickets. I owe the track money.
No, but you put the bet in though. You hit the try, right?
Oh, the try, yes. The try is going to pay more than, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
with the other bets. It covered. The try actually covered.
Yeah, I mean, if I played the try that we talked about, it takes the sting out a little bit.
Yes.
But I just play the exact. Oh my God! So first of all, how good is that 6? Right, Junmont. We knew that horse was fired up. Yours sincerely, we talked about. I mean, I needed a 10 to get by the 5.
I actually thought the 10, but JJ yet again. So we kind of talked about how JJ had cooled off. I got to tell you, JJ's feeling him and Freshu. I would say right now, and people are going to go, what?
Freshu? Go ahead.
I would say Freshu, JJ, and Jaramillo are like up here, and everyone else is kind of down below.
No one talks about Freshu.
No,
The guy wins
he's
so many
fantastic.
races. He flies under the radar.
He is Phil D'Amato's
Yeah.
number one guy. Like
He used to be O'Neill's number 1 guy until Jaramillo came. But
and
he's not
even now, he wins a lot on O'Neill's horses. Like it's not a top. Well, Jaramillo, but he went somewhere else, like Sadler or McCarthy. Freshu is not.
He's not like. No one's like, oh, this horse is 3 to 1, but Freshu's on, so it's going to be 6 to 5. They say
Correct.
that about Hernandez, right? Like he's just as good as Hernandez,
Hey,
if not
Frank,
better.
148 for that try. That
I
is
know.
not
Stop
bad.
letting it in.
And that was the first one we looked at. We're like, what is 6.5 over 1 and 6.5 over 10? 148 is a really good payout. I mean, what's sad is, Frank,
Chalk, logical.
that trifecta paid 148. The all turf paid 150.
Unbelievable.
Bad habits.
Oh, yeah. Look, this is a really good point. Rosario's coming back to Cali. What do you think? Brian, if Rosario is Rosario, he is going to clean up. But if Rosario is not Rosario,
East Coast Rosario, he's gonna. Yeah, we'll see. I'm at the opinion I want to see. I mean, he's gonna ride for his usual guys, but I've not been impressed for the races I've watched and the gambling I've done on him back east. But I get why he's coming out here.
but that's why they do it, right? Because they get into a malaise. They
Yeah,
get lazy. They don't get the mounts anymore. He's going to come out here. He can't be the same guy because he won't get any mount. He's going to come out with hunger in his belly, right?
True.
And back in the day, he was Sadler's number 1 guy.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be Bejarano was on every 3 to 5 shot. Then it was Rosario on every 3 to 5 shot. Then it was Pratt on every 3 to 5 shot. Then it was Hernandez on every 3 to 5 shot. Now there's a lot of competition going around. Like, it's not like the old days where the colony was bad and one guy stood out above the rest. There's parity here. And even though I said that thing about, Hernandez may get over bet, but not really. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no one's going to make his horse.
You actually got a better price on this 6 than we thought going forward. You know what I mean? And people will complain, 7 to 2. We actually thought this horse would be a lot lower based on what the earlier races were.
Yeah, actually, let's look at the actual pays. Let me just see real quick to the 6, because I want to see if it came in because remember we looked at that. I think it was a double where the 5 was 30 and the 6 was like 48 or something.
Yeah,
I want to see if that horse got whacked late.
2 into the 6 was paying beforehand, showing 181, and it ended up paying 181. I don't know if it adjusts on this.
Yeah, no. I know, but I'm looking at the difference between the 5 and the 6. So if the favorite had won if Magnify had won the previous race, the 5 was paying like $30 and the 6 was paying like 48. But look at the discrepancy here with the long shot winning 181 to the 6, and that double is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
A tremendous overlay because the 5 was $96. So a lot of people had the long shot to the 5 to the logical favorite. They didn't have the 6 with that combination. But if the favorite had won the previous race, we would have seen them a lot closer, right?
Correct.
So pick 6 carryover, Ciaran, on like our top pick. Unbelievable. And I walk away with 0. 0.0.
Ocho,
drunk and stupid is no way to go through life.
Ocho, thank you for having us do that trifecta. That was fantastic. 148. Like, awesome. And I got it twice because I did a box. One, you know how we were doing the 5, 6, and 10? I threw my 1 in a box, so not too shabby. What a nice pay. I was going to share something here. Let me see. Where is this thing? I'm trying to remember how to share the screen. It's been a while since we did it, Frank.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. I just wanted to show this to everyone. Come on, guys. This is sad. 627. Come on. We should be over 1,000 at this stage of the game. Come on. We need your help. Subscribe so we can keep doing this. It's free. We don't bombard you. We just need you to subscribe. So when people look at us and they go, well, yeah, you're a gambling show, and yeah, you get 600 people watching you live, but we're all about the websites that have 6,000 fake viewers that get 100 views. So we need your help, guys. All right, I'm off the soapbox.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is.
All right, let's do our
We're winning money,
right?
We're winning money in the CAW era. Like, this is, you know what I mean? It's
I got into an argument. Well, not an argument. The other day, I was like, I think Frank and I are the only people on Horse Player X that say their handle is up and up substantial. And everyone's like, I'm not gambling anymore. My handle's down. And I'm like, we must be the only 2 clowns out there. I mean, I know our DTL guys, my handle is up, and we churn. And then, like you did last week, Frank, huge score. You know, that's what the game's about. That's why we're degenerate horse players. All right. You want to do the win parlays for everyone?
Yeah. Hey, Mike. Just subscribed. Tell all your friends. Yeah, let me just roll through the comments to make sure we didn't miss anything. This is awesome. Ocho's our trifecta muse. You did. You inspired us, and I'm proud of the way we did that. Like we created a trifecta based on our opinion, and it worked.
And we said, like, we're a low takeout thing, but like I said, I want to get better at doing these, and it was an experiment for me. It was a $6 experiment that paid almost as much as my week of handicapping on the All Turf.
Well, Cat ate my form. I'm glad you thought this was the best show because you had the most winners. I'm going to rank this as the worst show, where not only did I have, I had the most winners, but I didn't have the one that mattered the most, and that killed me out of everything. But no, I'm glad. That's why we do the show. We share information. Today wasn't my day. I was stubborn about Magnify, and that was, I went down with the ship. But good for you, Cat ate my form. Really happy for you. Let's just really quick. Okay. What do you want to do first, Ciaran?
I already did it, and wow is all I got to say. I did the $3 win parlay. We have $5 over $8 over $9. The pick 3 paid $573, Frank. You know what the win parlay should have paid? $143. You got 300% more money. And just for a reference point, we were debating doing Monmouth show today, but we were only doing one show this weekend. We're Santa Anita loyal, even though the loyalty doesn't go both ways. So we were like Santa Anita. Their $3 pick three, Frank, paid 15 cents more over the win parlay. I mean, we keep shouting from the roofs. Santa Anita and Del Mar, the pick threes, for some reason, even when you chalk out, pay so much more than the rest of the country. And I think it has a lot to do with the cutoff that they do. Even though some people say the money comes in, these other places, the money comes in after the gates open. At least out here, the money that comes in really is before the gates open. It's just our Commodore 64 tote system.
Right.
I think Mark Gelding had an insider thing. Do we still have Mark on here? Can't remember which one it is.
Welcome aboard Spirit Airlines to Santa Anita. Your ticket. Who needs the Matrix? Welcome to the mattress.
Well, what are the pick three? Oh, we lost money on our. Actually, we didn't lose as much on our AI bet, Frank. It cost us $832, and the pick three paid $573. So
right. So no, if we had trimmed the fat from your all-in spread,
yes,
we would have made money because you said it was like 200.
Yes. So
you might be onto something, Ciaran. You didn't do one for the late pick three, though, did you?
Huh?
You didn't do one for the late pick three, an AI for the late pick three?
That was the late pick
the
three.
All-turf, right? Oh, that was the one that was. I thought the all turf was that. Oh, no, okay.
No, it was that late pick three I just did. But I set up a spreadsheet where I can go read the mattress and then pull the picks in, so I can do it. I'll do one tomorrow. I mean, we were debating doing this, guys. We're going to go live tomorrow, but we're not going to be live. But we're going to show our picks as the plan, like something like this. These are not the picks for tomorrow, just so you know. And then maybe we'll pivot if we get knocked out.
There might be a chance we come on for the late double just to cap off. If everyone, if everyone wants to take a little break, or we don't want to interrupt Mother's Day. Family first, and the DTL crew is our family. I have a feeling that when Ciaran gets home, he's going to try and make some money in the late double to cut into the expensive brunch that he
and we're going to see a movie tomorrow, The Sheep Detective.
I don't know what that is. I haven't been to a movie theater.
That's the dude. What's his name? The Wolverine dude dies, and the sheep.
Wolverine. I don't even know what that is.
No, the actor. I can't think of his name. He dies, and he takes care of sheep, and the sheep talk, and they're detectives. That's my.
I don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah, you're probably for the better, Frank. Probably for the better. That's all I got to say.
Anyway,
win parlay. I'm doing the double right now. It's $8 over 920, and the double today, Frank, paid $181, and it says it should have paid 92. Maybe you got to do the math, and my AI is messed up, but it seems like we're getting. Well, it actually does make sense because that's 6 going down, even though 2 was the second choice. The AI, the robot dudes lost some money today, is what I'm thinking.
RDW. The first year is always a slow build. We're perfectly happy. We're so content. We love what we're doing. We love you guys. It just look. We know the industry we're in. Look at what Mark Gelding has achieved in 3 months. The dude continues to fail upward. He went from our unpaid intern to Ciaran's sidekick to the tote operator at Keeneland to the steward at Churchill Downs. So, got a jet. Thanks, Ciaran. Let me just do this real quick. Yeah, my all turf did, but I was so leveraged to magnify in the late pick 3. I had that twice and the doubles and everything. So yeah, this is a little, a little bomb, but I still lost money.
If the,
And
if
just
the
real
5
quick,
had held on, we would have got paid more across the board. But it is what it is.
which horse? In which race?
The last race, if the 5 had held on versus the 6, I would have had it multiple times, different ways. Well, here's a good question. I'll tell you why. Lazy.
No, I do it in my head, and I also do it with a calculator. But it's just easier to do it in AI. But I do confirm everything. Real quick though, because I think you were talking about the Monmouth sequence. Yeah, it had a 1-9, but that's going to be part of the problem, right? The quality of racing at Monmouth.
Yes.
I think we're going to see a lot of short fields and a lot of heavy favorites. I
no
hope I'm wrong. Because when the favorites win, we basically just make a little money because of the 15% takeout. And then one last thing about RDW, this is a very important. When you play a parlay, you still have 20% takeout for each race bet. That is correct.
Yes.
Naira has a 15% takeout. So over the summer at Saratoga, we might do some win parlays there.
Yes.
They do not have any low takeout retail player friendly wagers.
They may. They've not. I mean, I don't think they've announced.
As of now, yeah. But I mean, they might implement some, and that would be great. But anyway, all right. What do you want to do here? Now I'm 100% focused.
$8 with $9.20, $5 double.
Calculate a $5 win. Horses that paid. I'm sorry. What were the prices?
$8 and $9.20.
So $9.20.
Yep.
So to your point, I forget who posted it. So 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 4 is 20. So 20 times 9 is what? 180?
Yep.
20 times 9 is 180 divided by 2. The parlay should pay about $90.
And AI came out and said 92, and the double paid 181, 100% more, because that chalk went down. Very good payouts.
That's
today.
massive value. Oh my goodness.
Fantastic payouts today. And the amount of people who probably said, I'm not betting this card because it looks chalky. Look, I mean, the chalk went down and the morning line second chalk won, and you got double what you should have got paid. I mean, what more do we need to tell people, Frank?
Dan, I think they moved it to 1 minute, but they are restricting. I know Naira doesn't have any low take bets right now, but they have been like California. They have actually been very proactive in trying to limit the CAW. They have the cutoff, and they have a late pick 5 that I think is low takeout. They might even have a couple of pools that are CAW restricted. We'll find out more about that when we start ramping up for Saratoga.
I think the win is 15 to 18, I think, which is still not bad. So we might do a lot more win bets, you know what I mean? And some of those win bet parlay things, we kind of tried it a couple of shows ago where we'll hopefully get out of a race and parlay the money over a couple of legs. So we're thinking of some new stuff for the summer.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best time of year to be a horse player. You got Saratoga, you got Del Mar. Hopefully Monmouth does some pretty good stuff. Oh, yeah, this is it. They have a cross-country pick 5 that might be CAW restricted. But, yeah, we'll figure all this stuff out as we get closer. If we do anything tomorrow, it would probably be for the late double, maybe the late pick 3. But we will post our picks on here so you can check us out. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any shows. Always check lowtakeoutbets.com. Ciaran he did not even try. Ciaran has created that, so he puts up our scheduling. And please follow us on X, because if we do go live tomorrow, that's probably where we will announce it.
Correct.
Or what we might do, Ciaran, is end that end the Mother's Day stream and then start it up again. So it'll say that we're going live, like as a new thing. That's something to think about. But anyway, at Scatoni Shore Shot, at California Pick 4. Anything else? Well, thank you, DTL Crew. I'm glad you guys won.
You guys, yet again, moved the pool. They had a pick 6 carryover yesterday, and the double was up a little. We had no carryover today, and 150 last year to 250 this year. You guys moved the needle. The tracks are paying attention. These other tracks are rolling out these bets. So even though they don't say they're watching, they are watching, and it's all because of you guys. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Get out, get up, get paid.
I need a wallet already on life support. They hit me with that low takeout, now I'm feeling kinda sport. 15%, bro, that's basically free money. I'm about to turn $11 into a yacht by Monday. Low takeout best, cha-ching. Double trouble, I'm doing this thing, my pocket's doing the running, man. Low takeout best, what? Boogie's crying in the can. Low takeout baby, 3 straight lawns. If this thing hits, I'm buying the whole damn barn. Grass to grass, no dirt in my life. I'm so all turf, I might start photosynthesize. Santa Anita, low takeout got me acting unwise. Told my wife, babe, I'm rich, now she want alimony twice. Double trouble on the mic, we causing a scene. Low takeout was all turf, a retirement dream. If we hit this pick 3, tell the valet keep the change. We're reading lobster tonight on a $12 range. Boom! Thank you, Santa Anita, good night.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe to Double Trouble Live on YouTube. Get out, get up, get paid.